Typical Sothan setting traps. Why can't you just let us enjoy the game? It's all about me, me, me. He's the type of person that ruins a Discord pyramid. Sothan, Satan, Scotty, Mina, welcome to the stream. How are we? I've had a revelation. While we were talking shit about salt all afternoon in Discord, I had a bit of spare time after my walk this lunchtime, so I decided to play a little bit of Grounded and do the maintenance, which I usually do between streams. Shock horror. There was a desire to farm some antlions, and I thought, you guys aren't going to want to watch me go back into the sandbox after we've just discovered a new area to farm antlions. So I thought I'll do that at lunch. Nipped over there, and for the first time I decided to kill one of the Sarlacc pit antlions, and had a revelation which ties into a few things we need to do. Am I permitted one final trip to the sandbox? I was not prepared for these attacks. You attacked Mina, you trapped her in a flop game. Welcome to the stream, everybody. I hope you're all well. Or tired. I did see you were up late, Mina. And you wasn't up late with the excuse of watching the Shores of Gold get done by an idiot, like I was. Yeah, sure you do, you boo. Yeah, sure you do, you boo. You and Mina have different answers, so then. So I need to nip back because I've got something to show you. Was that you up early, Mina? Was you up at 3 a.m? Who dis?
New sub, who dis?
Alright, Jinx. Martin, welcome to the stream as well. Good afternoon. Thank you for the bits. Right, the game's opening, bear with me. You woke up to brush your teeth and go to bed at 3 a.m. You woke up, or you fell asleep and then slept till 3 a.m, then got up to get ready for bed. Respect. Martin, how are we? Mina, Sothan, Satan, Scotty, how are we all? I've got double music. I've done a big fuck up. So, I am, for the sake of enchanting, going to go and farm some antlion stuff real quick. Because Siddle's stream is that boring. She wasn't watching it, it was just me and Sothan for the longest time, then me and Razor, and Santa as well. Right. Quick trip to the sandbox, then I'm going to sort out transport to get up to the new area. And then I might promise our first attack on a really early and a very eventful day. Going to be gold cursed out of his mind. I don't think he's that interested in the gold curse as much as he's just doing the thing that he wants to do first, which is the tall tales. Chipping away. Uh-oh. WoW Classic Tech lead quit Blizzard under protest because of an evaluation policy. He was required to give out, and undeservedly he says, low evaluation in order to fill competitive stat ranking quotas. So the classic tech lead has quit. Oof. Is that going to be even more? Or was it that work drama, Mina? Yeah, somebody got fired in front of Mina yesterday. better job. Right, why am I in third person? I like third person. Should we play in third person for a bit and see if we like it? Am I unreasonable for not liking third person games that have the character slightly off-centered? It's alright in like a GTA or whatever where shooting is... Trudy! It's alright in GTA where it's a shooter, but when it's not, I think it's always better when it's... You know what I mean? Anyway, I guess we can play with it. Characters off-centre so you can see things directly in front, I suppose, but that might be because the camera's lower. But in a melee game, like State of Decay, for example, I definitely prefer it centred, like WoW centred as well, right? And in State of Decay is real twitchy, careful sort of thing. I don't know about chopping true demeanour. It seems a bit extreme. Also, probably eat me. Sothan set me the challenge yesterday before the playthrough finishes. Being eaten by Trudy. Right. So I actually scanned for salt, and as you can see, there are salt deposits. I scanned for salt to confirm, but look at that salt. And I thought, whoa, if I needed salt for anything, that would be amazing. So I thought I'll have a look at what the current 2 new enemies I have to fight, which are the normal roly-poly, which is weak to busting and salt, and the black ox beetle, which I got absolutely by yesterday, which is also weak to busting and salt. Therefore, I have a busting weapon in the form of the Club of the Mother Demon, and it's yet to be enchanted. But I don't have much salt, which I would need. Let me show you. If I was to enchant the Club of the Mother Demon, it's to be salty, I'd need salt globs. To get salt globs, I need... God, it's weird in third person. Let's do it for an experiment. I would need... So 5, it's 5 and... So what's 4 5s? I need 12 salt, because I've already got 3 to make the first one. Would you like to see my revelation? Nobody notices the little house on the lily pad in their pond. I guess the fence is a proper 6-foot fence, right? So people can't see over it. The people in the house, I have a theory as well. Obviously, Dr. Tully, I think he's alive in the yard somewhere. But I think his wife and kids have left him. So I have a feeling that nobody can really see this yard, because the story's pointing to that. Not even killing Trudy, just being eaten. Yeah, just dying to Trudy. Oh, but chopping ladybird. No, the reason I say it seems a bit much is because Trudy will probably kick my head in. So that's what we're going to do today. I've got plenty of heals, plenty of bandages, which I did off stream. I also noticed this thing, which I thought was some consumable or other. It turns out it's a trinket that gives me extra fresh attacks, which is good against fucking antlions. And speaking of antlions, I need to take the antlion gear with me. So I'm not allowed to return home until I've got 12 salt and the sun's just going down. Perfect time. Or the featherless crow. Yeah. The naked crow that's scuttling around. So that is the to-do list for today. How about that? Based on the trash state of their garden, I'm thinking nobody's looking out there very much. Yeah. There's no windows that overlook the yard, look. There's next door's garage, but you can't really see much from there. Nobody lives in that because we're on like a corner. Maybe that house across the way might notice some things, but unlikely. I do get the feeling that because of his scientific bullshit that Tully's wife's left him.
What's this? Metal Gear Solid 3?
Worm eater. Hey, where's the worms? True, where's the worms? Am I good for food and water, by the way? Oh, yeah, I'm going to need some food, aren't I, to traverse this place. Maybe I can do that when I get over there. Please tell me that was a reference to ladder climbing, Martin. Sothan's been streaming Metal Gear Solid 3 recently. Say recently, within the last few months. So might I strongly suggest everyone sub to the Sothan. Yeah, but it was like, what, August? That's recent. It's more recent than any of the rest of us have been streaming Metal Gear Solid 3, so then I'll have you know. I'm going to nip over here. I can't really waste too much time because I need to be in the sandbox at night, but do I have anything that I can eat at all? I've got a piece of jerky which might help me in the short term. I also upgraded the canteen, look, so I've now got 8 drinks on me. It is a big ladder. I didn't sprint up it because I was too busy drinking coffee. It made it feel even longer. I actually had a blast with it, then got fucking lost for an hour. No Google Life, right? I've actually got on my to-do list for today to I'll start thoroughly exploring all of that shit up there. Because up to sort of the back wheel of the red bike, we've unlocked that whole area, and it turns out in the corner is a wood store, like a log store, that is absolutely infested with termites. Do you know when termites and woodworm get into wood to the point where it's just like a fine wood-coloured dust? It looks like that over there, and there's a burgle chip in it, so I think we're going to be spending a lot of time in there, shall we say. Alright, so what I discovered regarding the search for salt is that the antlions in the pit behave slightly differently. I'll show you. Alright, am I live? I am. Let's get the whacker out. Just in case, B, leave me alone. B, go to sleep. Let's set my spot. I'm not really confident about combat in third person. I always fuck up this first jump and then the rest of them do in one shot. I think it's because the first one is slightly lower by like the height of the grass planks. Oh, it is weird being in third person. It'd be funny, like, if you look through the grounded category on Twitch, it's about 50-50 people playing in third person versus people playing in first. There is sometimes salt on here, I should check this. These plates sometimes have it under the old sporks.
I'm not picky.
And I'm here for food, aren't I? So I might as well get the other bacon bits and stuff. Don't think it's on this one because you don't salt your apples, right? I can't believe we were talking about salt in Discord and now here we are with a salt quest ahead of us. Speaking of quests, I haven't done enough quests either. I should look into that, but then again I've not got anything currently that I want to spend my science on, which is technically the only reason to quest.
All geared up.
Okay, using the light in third person is strange. So, the 2 enemies I'm fighting in the new area, Sothan, are the Black Ox Beetle and the normal... is that salt? There we go, I only need 11. Beautiful. The Black Ox Beetle... Maybe I don't need the light on. I'll just protect myself a bit more. Black Ox Beetle and the normal Pillbug, or Woodlouse, and both of them... I've been looking for something to enchant this mace with, and both of them are weak to maces and salt.
I've decided what I'm doing for my birthday in April. I've decided to buy myself some pickled vegetables. Because when it comes to gifts, I was advised to always be true to yourself.
Thank you, Cellist. Welcome to the stream. And happy birthday for today. It's Cellist's birthday, everybody. Yeah, I'm not a fan of it either. Yeah, so they're weak to maces, Sothan, which obviously this club is. And they're also weak to salt, so I'm going to enchant this weapon and fuck them up. Well said, Cellist. Right, but this is the kicker. Well, I'll show you. I just need to find one of the Sarlacc antlions. Cellist, welcome to the stream. Good afternoon. Thank you for the bits.
Avocado.
So it can't pronounce avocado when you put the avocado emoji and it says avodaco. You'll never afford a house with avocado emotes. He's got a house now, so he can use avocado emotes. Is this the Sarlacc pit one? Right, I need to do this fight carefully. And then I'll show you what I've discovered. Are you ready? I did this earlier when I was trying to get antlion parts for repairs of the antlion armour. Scotty, thank you for the bits as well. You ready? I should do this with a shield, in fact. Right. Let me show you. So these are the ones that throw ants at me. Got quite a lot of health compared to the others. Wait for it, wait for it.
I've bought a house. I don't have a car though.
Fucking hell. Okay, I'm low stamina, so let me just recover. Chalice, Jesus Christ. This just seems weird without third person. I know, right? Yeah, doing this with a shield was the right idea. Okay, that was quite good. Yeah. Damaging my shield, but I can take it. I did this with a hammer earlier. Ow, max. See, I got caught twice there and it was costly. Yeah, third person is a bit weird, but I suppose we try it for the day. There might be advantages we haven't seen. Just can't afford to get caught once. I mean, I have a car, but it's on finance, so technically I don't own it yet. You ready for this? Ow. I can't actually get hits in on it at the moment. There we go. Ready? This is what I discovered this afternoon. See that? See that?
You can be smart, fast, lucky.
See that?
Wear some armor.
This blew my mind earlier because I thought they were just normal antlions. But it turns out you can go down where they live. And if this is the right one I was in earlier... Oh god, no, this is a different one. Oh, I can find... Alright. So it's a busting weapon I need. And I can farm these candies. This is for spicy, and the one in the south is for salty. Spicy damage. So these are like a candy. They're called hot char-chars or something. Alright, I'll get this while we're here as well. Look, there's just enormous mines underneath full of resources. Okay, this is weird in third person. How cool is that? I was farming antlion pieces earlier. There is a bit of salt there as well, look. Exactly, this is spicy. So, kill one antlion, and instead of... Look. This is what I saw, but in the other one. That's already 3 salt for the day. How cool is that? And I think, if this works like other resources, it'll respawn as well. If I'd have known this earlier, this would have changed everything. So now let me go kill the one in the south. Of course, because I'm in the desert, shall we say.
That was refreshing.
Thirsty as dicks. So I can enchant stuff with spicy damage. How cool is that? I wonder how. I wonder why they went with... I suppose you have to enchant stuff, right? Having weapon enchants is cool, but because this game is trying to favour realism 95%, shall we say. I suppose this is the way they end. Because you can't exactly do fire damage, can you? Or frost or ice or anything. Poison, maybe. Right, I need to kill any sort of radiant antlions. I'm going to put my helmet back on for combat. Here we go. Alright. I don't know how many pits there are. Just want to be careful on this because I'm capable of a 2-shot and I don't really know their attack pattern. Ow! They just knocked me straight in, look. Bandaged. Ow! I let off for a split second and it fucked me. Heal! Heal! Heal again. Okay, the knockdown is massive. I'm just going to hard block all attacks, I think. Apart from that one. Good. I think every attack it does, it lifts its talons up first. Or whatever they are. Pincers. Shit, I've run out of block. It's going to hurt. But no, we're fine, we're fine. Ow. The best I can hope for is to hit a proper block and just fall in. Because I don't want to go for a perfect block, because I'll only screw myself. There's an Xbox Bethesda showcase thing. What are they going to show there, Scott? I suppose it's up... Hey, State of Decay 3, maybe? Imagine? Yeah, it's, until you said the Xbox, I for some reason thought it was only read Bethesda in my mind. But yeah, the Xbox, the upcoming Xbox release, State of Decay 3 would be top. A new Skyrim release, true. Hey, Elder Scrolls 6 maybe? There might be more grounded content announced. I doubt it though. Sea of Thieves. Ow! Shit, another antlion found me. Please leave, please leave. Sea of Thieves 2. Imagine. Right, this is a normal antlion, I can cope with this one. Okay, run away from that. Black Ant, can you help me? Fuck a wolf spider, fuck a wolf spider. Okay, that's gone. Have I aggroed the ants too? Where's the spider? Right, let it fight. I just need to keep an eye on that wolf spider. It's gone. Think you're clever, do you, big man? Ow, that hurt. Shouldn't have laughed at him. Get stunned. Good. Loot everything. Run before the wolf spider comes back. Alright, I'm in.
Safe.
Hey, what's in here? Ooh. A new Fallout? Ah, surely if they announce the Elder Scrolls game, they have to dress it up at first to look like another Skyrim release. But there's like a secret door at the back where you walk through into Elder Scrolls 6. People have been asking for it. One that's not tailored to deal with last... Oh, true. I wonder if it would be better, not for a Sea of Thieves 2, but I think it'd be better to have...
Twat?
True. To lower the limitations, to halt progress on the Xbox One. You know what I mean? Just have that a snapshot, and then move on with the PC and Series X versions. That would be better, I think. Cheeky, welcome to the stream, and thank you for the bits. Whoa! Fuck me, that scared the shit out of me. Santa, welcome to the stream as well.
When my dad died, it was left to me to manage his affairs. How he kept all those women a secret from my mum, I'll never know.
Okay, good stuns, good stuns. Santa, welcome to the stream. I don't think Sea of Thieves 2 is the answer, but I know what they're saying. There's some science around here somewhere. I think this is the salt one. Cheeky, how's the health? You've been sleeping a bit better. I saw you streaming earlier. Right. Die, please. Thank you. Good, so is this the salt one? I don't remember there being enemies in it before. I'll take a Mega Milk Molar though, for fucking certain. And the Supreme Quartzite. Oh, I don't have a high enough whacker for that. So this is a different one. Is it more or less than 5G salt? They've not put 5G in the salt, have they, Cats? Don't deliver such bad news like that. Cats, welcome to the stream. Santa, welcome to the stream. Cheeky, welcome to the stream. Slept 10 hours again, so sleep is indeed pulling stunts, but otherwise it's all fine. Good shit. I like pulling stunts as a medical term as well. Right, where's the other one? There's another Sarlacc pit one, and I want to find it and chop it. Is it here? Yeah, I think this is it, look. Is it? Fuck me, it killed the wolf spider. These things don't fuck around, right? Ow. Max. Yeah, get fuck wolf spiders. I'm starting to think you're not a fan, so then. Right, drink. I said drink. Good, right, full health. In. I feel like they're not really the enemies you want to be fighting in melee, but such is the Doomhaus. It's descriptive, because it's not like I can predict what it's going to do. Poison damage feels useful!
Hello Doomhaus Gaming.
Hello.
I just wanted to come in and say that I hold the record for fastest playthrough of Grounded, and I know more about it than the developers, so I can tell you what to do, because you are doing everything wrong, and I can't look at it.
I mean, that is pretty much the sentiment, right? Whoever you are, I can't look right now. Thank you for the bits. Ow! Bybee, welcome to the stream and thank you for the bits. It is pretty much what they say, right? On the back seat, yeah, this Bybee character. Okay. Okay. Please, may you be the salty one.
All geared up.
Is this the salty one? It is. Look, this is the one I was in earlier, but it's a bit infected. Sounds like a massive knob. Heavily protected, which is the only problem. But we're getting the salt. I need 12. Not the person. The number. Perfect block. Good shit. It's really hard to fight these fucking things in such tight quarters. Ow. Okay, don't read chat when you're fighting a fucking antlion with the delicate block timing. Run! Don't fancy fighting an infected antlion. I'm actually getting antlion parts for this as well, which is equally as useful. Because I'm going to be using the antlion stuff later today. I want to potentially have a fight with a really curly at some point today. A proper one, a big one. Not a sickly one. Die please, friend. Hello, stamina? Did it really just submerge on 1 HP? Boo. Okay, good. Right. Let me just farm some salt. How much have I got now? I've got 3 on me. I need 12. This is the way. Up to 5. Whose idea was it to release the haze?
Gonna have a look around.
Do you really want to go through this, mate? I know you can't be... I can tell you don't want to come through here, and I don't want to go and... Just stay where you are. I'll go this way, you stay that way. I'll stay away from you and your shitty little infection area. And we can just all live happily ever after without having to fucking fight. Deal? Did that just work? Could I have just talked them
That
down
was
every time.
refreshing.
Turns out, no, yeah. I'm just sick of fighting. It's such tight corridors. Run! Max! Do you know what? Fuck it. Get fucking stunned. Just got a perfect block with this weapon. Which you can't do to them attacks. Ow! Painful. Hurting. Max! Gonna die. Run! Boo. Okay. Even more antlions killed. I get it, game. Can I just get some salt now, please? Here we go. Right. I need, what? 7 more. 5 more. Things you do to try and survive in this fucking game. There's raw, big style raw science down there. What's the chances I get attacked on the way to it? Only accepting wrong answers. Good.
Dad jokes are the best, and here is why. Why?
I don't know why, but sometimes I
Surprisingly,
expect better from Cheeky, and it's based on nothing, and it just always lets me down. Cheeky, thank you for the bit. That's exactly the correct answer, so then, yes. Right, 23 salt, perfect.
I think the why should have been farther away.
I thought that was a genuine criticism as well for a half a second. Alright, it's early morning. I've got what I came for. I need to make a break for it and get out of here, run! Technically, can I clear my...
fast, lucky, or just wear some armor.
Can I clear my kill the wolf spider on this adventure? You stay there. You stay underground. I need to run, actually, because the sun's about to come up and I'll just get sizzled immediately. That was actually quite efficient, I might say. If I were to be so bold as to compliment myself. We got in. Actually, saying that, it wasn't the most efficient thing in the world, was it? Because it took me 3 attempts to get the right mine, but we got it in the end. Run! Mina, I can safely say that should be, touch wood, sorry if that was loud, the last antlion of the day. I'd like to say the last antlion ever, but I don't think it probably isn't, because you need antlion stuff to repair the antlion armour until I get it levelled up, I guess. There was not even a joke there, it was just, yeah, I appreciate it, yeah. Fuck antlions.
I believe!
I think there's at least one person in this community that hates every insect in this game. Is there anybody here that's going to raise... Is it me? Is there anybody going to raise their hand and claim to be the person that hates ladybugs? They gross you out more than spiders. Do you have them in Denmark? Oh, sorry, France. I'm actually coming back with a lot of shit. I need to eat though, but I'll do that when we get home. Did I pick up some stuff that I could eat? No, I didn't do it. Well, that went well. I'm not actually wild about ladybugs. I won't go out of my way to kill them, but I don't want them touching me. Have you had a bad experience with a ladybug? Right, let's go home. I don't remember seeing them, but that might be a blocked memory. Is there, like, if you try and think back to being in sandpits as a child, is there just like this sort of hazy grey section of your brain that's been redacted? Just hate insects. Woof! Alright, that sunrise as it peaked over the... That was kind of beautiful. I guess I travelled into the sunrise there. Met it halfway. Lovely. Don't know if I'd even tolerate them if they exterminated the ants. I don't know if I'd even tolerate them if they exterminated the ants in my kitchen.
How many deadbeat dads does it take to change a light bulb? I don't know. Let's ask Siddles, Trim, and Santa.
Woof. Jesus, baby, thank you for the bits. Right. So that is the Jesus. That is the salt collected, and then I need to upgrade the club to salty as part of my plan. I also need to get some lunch. You see, my usual tactic was to drop down here and find some food, but look, the fucking Wayne's patrolling down here now, and he'll slaughter me if I drop down and he's in my line of sight.
In 2017, the Indian government instituted a new law banning the sale of alcohol within 500 meters of a highway. Some bars added mazes in front so that patrons had to travel at least 500 meters to get to the bar.
That's fucking genius. Is that true? Where's that? The Indian government in 2017. That's brilliant. I like that. Jamie, welcome to the stream. Oh, my inventory's full. What can I get rid of? Probably shouldn't get rid of anything, right? But I do need to eat. Let's get rid of a dandelion tuft. I can pick it back up if I come out this way. Bobby, thank you for the bits. Jamie, thank you for the bits. That's a belter of a fact. Thandia, welcome to the stream. Did you hear that India surpassed China? Half the population is also younger than 30. What? In population sense, Thandia? Thandia, good afternoon.
But law
Jamie,
has
good
3
afternoon.
letters, so done.
Huh. That's going to severely affect our GeoGuessr guessing. We'd have to try those mazes, I know, right? The only format of jokes I know, most of them are different classes of musicians. They're all good, I'm sure. If they respond, we'll see. Surely that wouldn't mean meet the letter of the law, right? I imagine they probably meant 500 metres as the crow fly. I'm sure so, then, yeah, but I like the idea that they tried to pull a fast one. I'm actually going to get used to doing this. Watch this. If I press N, it auto-sorts everything in my inventory that is already in the boxes. It adds it to those stacks. So now, that's pretty cool. But because I've got some bandages, it does also delete my bandages, which is the one problem, but that's fine. China's been decreasing for years, though, due to the one... Oh, the one... I forgot about that thing, yeah. Eugh. Yeah. Mind right, welcome to the stream as well. China's population is crashing and will be for a long time. So it's purposefully crashing, right? It's salt I want to make, right? Let's make some sturdy whetstones. Sturdy whetstone. I need to make 5. Craft 5. So then I can use them in here to make the salt globs I need for the enchant. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then that should mean I can make the Club of the Mother Demon salty as dick. I'm fab. How is everyone? Very good over here. Sothan's grand. Look, you can tell by all the screaming and shouting. True story. I objected to a local McDonald's as it was too close to a secondary school, but it was allowed as the walking route was longer. So, as the crow flies, it was too close. But because it took you a bit longer to walk around, that's brilliant. I suppose that's how it works, though, right? It's access. It's whether or not you can gain access to it. But that is, yeah, that's slimy. I guess it fits the law, but not, yeah. Does the one-child policy apply to boys? Yeah, how does that work, actually? It's a bit of a dark topic, but I am interested. I read something about it was the closest... Oh, it was the cost of the school. Oh, sorry. I read something about it was the cost of school and old people dying that made the Chinese number go down. The cost of school? What, so people were just choosing not to have children because it cost too much to educate them? The dual carriage in the way which people have died crossing. Okay, yeah, that might gets even...
No lemon crime, but it's better than nothing.
Yeah, that adds a layer to it. Right, let me fill up my waters. Are the kids at secondary school allowed off premises during lunch, or is it more about the before and after? I suppose both, if the former is true, yeah. Gwendolyn, welcome to the stream. Oh, they want boys because they earn more. I see. Basic premises, no, but it's not for all, but because it's been... it's for all, but because it's been in place for years, if two single childs now have kids, they're allowed two. If two single children have kids, they're allowed two. Sounds like the US. Fuck the US. In what sense, so then? What Cellist's saying, or what Jamie's saying? Or what Bybeat's saying? That's a very different version of why did the chicken cross the road, Cellist? To get a McChicken sandwich, weirdly. It's a cannibalistic society they've got going. I'm going to repair my shield while I'm here, because it feels like it's something I'm going to be using a lot, and then I guess I'm just waiting for this stuff to cook. Which suits me. It won't be long.
Why did the chewing gum cross the road?
Stuck to the chicken's foot, maybe? Hello, does this have a...
Because it was stuck to the chicken's foot.
I started to question whether or not this was like an anti-joke that didn't have a punchline. They're at a school near me. There's a tick shop literally over the road, but they do have Lollipop Lady there at break times. A tick shop? What's a tick shop? Oh, tuck shop. What, so they stop kids getting there at lunchtimes? Parents move in with boys when they're old, so China... Oh, I see. So the parents want a boy so that they've got somewhere to retire to because of the culture. Weird. Right, I've not been repairing my Club of the Mother Demon for a very specific reason, and that's because you get a free repair when you upgrade. So if I upgrade now to Fresh... No, Salty? The Salty upgrade locks, yes, please. Now it is a Salty Whacker. And now, it should be exactly what I need it for. Roger that. Ling Ling, welcome to the stream. Chellis, thank you for the bits. Some colleges don't even let kids off site during... Some colleges don't even let kids off site now during the day. Colleges? For what reason? For the sake of... they don't want them getting fat. Can I repair... I think this blade uses glue, right? Yeah, ooh, I don't repair it just yet. Someone mentioned not being able to afford to send their kids to school. Ah, I see, Seth, I see. Sorry, I got confused. Because everything is about the US at all times. Yeah, and gets killed on the road, exactly. Seth, so me. Doing a vocal warm-up. Because Mina sounds like James Earl Jones, absolutely. It's a reference I don't know. Darth Vader, Mina. The Darth Vader voice actor. I'm already fat.
Ulf has an activity idea for this afternoon, collages.
Chalice, you coming in here to get advice on what to do when you go to... Fuck this place. I've just come up here and I didn't mean to. Unless, is anybody willing to take a gamble? No, I need the fucking spider silk. Idiot. For the sake of their education, they need to stay in school and study and lunch at time extra. Ah, I don't like that. Especially not because college is important for some people, because if they haven't gone straight into the workspace, it's like you kind of need those little bits of developing your independence and stuff, don't you? And being able to sort of function outside of the school system while also being in it is kind of important for that, no? I think. Chalice, thank you for the bits. Oh, yeah, it was Mufasa too, yeah. I'll be Mufasa. Fuck you and thank you. What was I saying? Oh, I need some spider silk, don't I? Right. Spider silk I need clay. I'll take a stack of 25 because I want to put my zip line up now. It's like the ultimate way of fixing the problem I had. I need 4 clay. We'll take 18, fuck it. And that should be everything I need. Let's go and Now I've got the whacker sorted. I'll go up and we'll make the access to and from the new part of the yard that we got to yesterday a bit easier. I feel muscular though at the moment. Did some physical training at work and my arms have been destroyed. And bruising across your chest. What was the physical training that you did, Martin? Was it some like work fitness or chest bruising specifically? So I should have thought. Yeah, never skip chest bruising day. The bondage helps the team stick together.
This is awesome!
Right, I'm going to go to the step up to the upper yard, and then I'm going to put the... I'm going to move this zip line up. I've just brought extra stuff just in case I need it. We had a letter home from school a week or so ago about our eldest attendance. Apparently it was below the threshold. Guess what we should have done? Guess what we should have done is send her after throwing up and never take her to the dentist, as coming in late counts as completely absent. Well, so you can't come in late for a dentist appointment without it counting as missing a day. He's done loads purely based off his voice alone, to be fair. Yeah, true. Fair bit of work in The Simpsons when it was good. What's he been in as an actor? Oh, I'll tell you what he was in. He was in Field of Dreams, wasn't he? If I recall. Alright, do I dismantle this one? Or does that seem a bit hasty? Oh, of course he was in Coming to America, yeah. Was he the father? Oh, self-defense, that's pretty good. Oh, I suppose... Isn't your work something that might require such? It's kind of, sort of, if I recall you saying. Not bad that they provide it then, that's pretty cool. Right, I kind of don't know why I dismantled that, but let's hope it doesn't. I don't get punished too much for it. Now, because I'm going to be traversing the culls, I'm going to switch to this armour, because this is good against the heat of the culls. I'm also going to make sure fresh defence is on. Let's go. I don't know if they count it as half days or full days, but it was down as an absence. She got in about 9 AM instead of 8:40. Unacceptable. Being late is an absence. Fuck me, I was late. I was always late. I never got to school until about 9:10. See, that was always the problem with having to take the bus in. Your list of excuses for being late was a lot shorter, because if I was late, there was also like 120 other kids that were late too. Alcarion, welcome to the stream. Speaking of being late, sorry for being late. Cheeky got me drunk this morning. I mean, wait, you was watching Cheeky's stream? Did you finish streaming like 2 hours ago, Cheeky? Alcarion, you're on it early. Respect. This is absolutely insane and should not be tolerated. What, being slightly late, you're right. Well, let's not go under this thing, because that's where the wolf spiders are. I'm going to go back around the west side and go up that way, because it feels safer than what I was doing yesterday. Mind me asking why you're now playing third? I was just testing it today, Jamie. Not for any reason. I pressed the button by accident when I started, and I thought, let's play in third person and see what it's like. I used to get out of bed when I heard the school bell. You would live that? Oh yeah, I think I remember you saying you lived that close. Time for punishment. Santa was a head teacher, for those that don't know. you mentioned vodka once in Alcarion's stream. I was late all the time because my friend was a lazy shit and rolled out of bed at the same time we were meant to start school. If you don't go to your classroom door by 8:40, you have to go back round the main entrance and sign them in that way. A flag as late or absent. It's bollocks. I suppose it's different to when we were growing up, right, where entering and exiting a school and with whom is a lot more strict now. Always super jealous of the kids who live right by the school and could literally run. Yeah, I was as well. Didn't have to take a bus. You mentioned the word shots multiple times. Fuck off, Scotty, I was never your friend in school. You're still not my friend. It takes us about 15 to 20 minutes to walk to school. I can make it home in 12. After you took the shots, you swat. Right, watch this. This armour is all sizzle protection. I've got sizzle protection on my status thing.
Yeah, it's
I did not notice this yesterday. Who are you? Give me all of that. Can I take all of that? A new trinket that gives me imperfect block. Run, 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 run. What did I just find? I assume it's in here somewhere. I couldn't sit and read it because I was being torched. I got a new trinket which gives attack an imperfect block. This is considerably more morbid than I expect. I know, right? And then what else did I just find? Are these the two new ones? Yeah, there's 1, 2.
People born with a surname towards the end of the alphabet tend to be more impatient.
Is that true? People born with a surname towards the end of the alphabet seem to be more impatient. In my case, very true. I guess it's like... I guess the trend is the trend, right? Kid's speed only slightly faster than grandma's speed, but more erratic. I hated my elementary school bus tour. I was last on the loop to be picked up or dropped off, so 4 minutes drive in the morning was 50 minutes at noon. Jeez. Yeah, we were the... I don't know if you thought about this, Gwynblade, but we were like... Our bus journey in was about 8 minutes or something. But we were the last to get picked up. And there were some people that had been on the bus every day for about 35 minutes before it got to us.
People in hospital tend to be impatient.
Shall let's be quiet. Right. Recon Journal Entomologist. 27th, 31st of October, 25th of November. So it must be this one that I just picked up. Shall I stick it for the bits? Probably to do with school registers. Oh shit. Okay, because I'm in this hot area. So it's 5 and 6 that I need to investigate. Let's have a look at this. What this guy was carrying on him. Drink this.
That was refreshing.
I have got a spot where I can cook some food if I need to. Almond. So it's this, I think. This Thanksgiving. Hang on. So this is the almond. I think there was a raiding party that Ominent sent to find out why Tully had gone missing and why there was so much equipment missing. So they sent like an exhibition team to Tully's garden in small form to dig it all out and find it all. But they all died. This Thanksgiving I spend with my new friends. They truly understand me. I can see it in their eyes. They don't make me carry things or take notes or yell at me or talk down to me. We carry our own weight. We make a feast together, me and the ants. We get along just fine. I've read this one. So which one did I pick up? We read that one too. This one? So that's why this is member JK. So that's the way it'll be. We'll all split up and regroup. Never. Seems logical. Not. There's a reason why so many insects thrive in colonies, working towards a singular goal and functioning as a unit, functioning as one organism. We should be surviving together, but instead we're going to die off one by one. I'm certainly doing nothing of importance out here solo. So far I've seen a very strange coffee maker, avoided a gargantuan mulleted child stomping around the only place we call home, so I'm going to make my way west around the barbecue. Maybe I can rustle up some coal chunks and come bearing fire the next time I find one of the others. That'll work for the cavemen, right? Absolutely shit on.
Last one today. Merlin the Wizard was inspired by legendary Welsh bard, Merlin, but his name was changed to make it less like the French word for shit, merde.
Merlin was too shitty for a Western audience. For a non-French audience, fuck's sake. Suspicious Snapshot 5, so what's this of? So that's of the coffee maker, look. A blurry photo of what appears to be a coffee maker with various wires coming out of it. Is there a lab in the coffee maker up top? This photo shows what seems to be a scabby but much larger, perhaps belonging to someone before they were shrunk. I have a...
As a family, we couldn't decide whether to have Grandma buried or cremated.
No, wait, do it.
So we let her live.
I had a feeling that one was coming. Fuck. Jamie, cheeky, thank you for the bits. Fuck me. Right, let me just grab... Hey, there's one of them scarabs. That's on my to-do list. Kill a scarab. Look how fast they are. Gotta drop good gubs, right? Something that fast can't drop shit gubs. Look at the submerge. I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to kill one of them until I find the necessary to completely one-shot one. Yeah. What was I saying? I was about to go on to something. Fuck. What was I going to say? No, Ben, you interrupted me. Oh yeah, the scabby that we're looking for, the wristwatch thing that belongs to Tully. That was Tully's.
Twat.
That was Tully's last known location. So what I believe happened is, I think Tully has gone off the grid because he's nervous about Ominent chasing him. So he actively left it there. We're not going to find him, I don't think. We're going to find his last known location where he gave up on wearing anything that he might be... Because he's suspecting Burgle at this point. He's suspecting everybody.
I'm burning up.
Chicky giggle.
Cheeky, thank you for the bits. Chalice, thank you for the bits. Jamie, thank you for the bits. Right, we're up. So now, to make this easier, I'm going to go this way. Through here. And I think I've got a little area that I was calling a temporary base yesterday. And this is our new frontier. Particularly
Having a little peep.
the area there, which is a covered log stall with a piece of tarp over it. There seems to be in there like a dungeon.
On my bits.
There's like a dungeon in there, I think, like one of the labs, because there's a black ant. There's a chip in there. I started Scrubs yesterday. They have lots of patience. I don't get the reference. See, I wanted to build. Where is it? A zipline receiver thing. There. I wanted to build one of these. But I don't know if it'll actually connect all the way, but I suppose I build it. I brought the clay with me that I could needed. We had 2 stops, but it was 2 stops in the same village. Yeah. Yeah, it went through tons of... I nearly said the name of the village then. It went through tons of villages to get to us, which would last. But then poor bastards had been on the bus for the best part of an hour every day. Right, so I'm going to respawn up here now. Once I can get this zipline put in, then we're good for a little while.
No, I don't want no scrubs.
Sounds strange when it's not sung properly. Yeah, they are dead fast. My mum wanted both, first cremated and then buried. Is that actual thing that people... I guess that makes sense, really. Because the idea of burial means that your family's got something they can visit with like your name on it and stuff. I understand that sort of iconography, is that the word? Or that token or whatever. But also the idea of the box and everything seems odd to people. I can get weed stems from here. I guess that makes sense. There's an urn where if you bury it, it grows into a tree. See, that's also kind of beautiful. But the problem with that is, that tree's not going to be there forever, and then when it finally dies, or gets cut out or whatever, or falls over in the wind, it's going to be heartbreaking. Scrubs is a great series. Charlie's got bitty bits, pass it on. I've heard his bits are tiny. Bybee, thank you for the bits. Charlie's bit. You can build the zip lines everywhere. I thought they were pre-installed. Yeah, no, cats, you can put them where you want. So they kind of act as sort of semi-fast travel, really. But it's not, because it's not. Wait, what? I need one more. I wondered why it wouldn't let me do that, then. We have something where you're buried in a special forest.
It's okay, Stubbler will call these big bits.
Chalice, thank you for the big bits. Where you're buried in a special forest, you buy a tree and your loved one gets to lie under it with like 5 others or so. Only a small nameplate. Otherwise, it's totally a normal forest. That's kind of cool. I think in a secular world, we need to revisit this stuff a bit, don't we? Like the whole idea of humanist funerals and stuff like that. Very cool. Everyone I told about that wants that now. Yeah, I like that idea. That's kind of pleasant. If it's a normal, like, fully established tree, especially. There are pods that act as coffins where you curl up inside and it uses you to grow trees. Mate pointed out, do you want a haunted forest? Because that's a haunted forest. Alright, can this zipline just connect? Fucking connection. How is the connection blocked? In what universe is that... Right, I might have to move this around a little bit and jigger it. Most of my family are at an unknown area, so you just know they're out there somewhere, but not where. My great-grandfather was poured out at sea. I like that, the unknown area thing. I wonder if I maybe build a tower here, and that's how I do this. Because this is a bit tricky, because for some reason it thinks the connection's blocked. There might be a... Let's just explore a little bit. There might be a point where I can do it. Maybe there? Maybe a bit higher and then facing the base. Still says connection blocked. But I'm surprised, actually, because I know for a fact there's nothing in that gap. I'd like to grow a tree with my corpse and make a haunted forest. They're not just murdered and buried in the woods somewhere. So picky, Satan. Imagine sitting there saying I don't want to be murdered. I think it's height that I need here, isn't it? See, I've got the silk for it, but it just says connection blocked. Even if I try and go to that one. Oh, because of the tower, that makes sense. Ah! Alright, I'm going to have to build. Let me go and sleep. And then we can start fucking chopping shit up here, because then it's my weapons enchanted properly and my respawn sorted, so I can go and properly investigate this newer area. Jealous thinking of the big bits. Yeah, I wouldn't... Because we're in the older generations now. There's still a little bit of sort of religion hanging on there, and I know there is in a lot of younger people as well, and I'm not here to judge too harshly. But the world is becoming a lot less religious, right? Sleep till morning. And new solutions to this stuff, it feels like something that needs some thought putting into. Because we're still very much tied to the idea of a church and stuff for this stuff.
Tastes good.
But the idea of doing something that also helps the natural world, even if it's 99.99% symbolic, is kind of cool. It feels like it a bit more helpful, right? Right, I need breakfast. I don't know if there are weevils and stuff up here. I've not even considered that before. I had a family member that was just, I feel like this is where my loved one was buried, so this is where I lie flowers. No evidence either way, but she just felt it. Yeah. That doesn't even have to come across as some mystical thing, does it? Just something that just feels right as an aphid. Fucking, how did I miss that shot? The correct answer is because you're shit, Stubbler. Go get that other arrow. I'm not one to... I should be careful wandering around in these areas. Alright. Yeah, I'm not quite sure whether I like third person as much. I'm going to switch back to my good gear, actually. How do I equip again?
Be smart, fast, lucky, or just wear some armor.
Don't have to wear the what are they called again? Antlion armor as much now. Does it being in third person take away anything from the viewing experience? I do kind of like third person in games, but Grounded does very much feel like a first person game to me. Right, let's get cooked and get working on this tower. What do I kill first? Or do I try and kill a black ox beetle or a woodlouse? So I've not killed a woodlouse other than a sickly one before now, and I'm assuming the sickly one was significantly easier to kill. I have a feeling... Do you know what we were saying, Mind, right, about the woodlice being a good source of thick shell to make heavy armour. I wonder if a black ox beetle is an even better source of strong parts to make, because they're like a very defensive creature, aren't they? Bulls, essentially. I guess that's how they work in this game. Right, down here, don't die. Gather enough shit to make a small tower so I can get this high enough. Because the correct angle's like all the way over there in that corner, and then what's the point? There's the tower, look. How does the game think that the connection is blocked between here and that tower? I do wonder if I could just pick the tower up and move it ever so slightly. To like there, maybe. But it still says connection blocked, and I can't see how that's possible. Why, game? Move it to one side. I'll build there, though, because that looked like a good angle for it. I'm going to need stems, aren't I? Which I did leave a load down here. If only I'd have brought my fucking red ant armour. Gimme. Something with the rig on the base tower that's blocked. Yeah, maybe. Maybe it's the angle of the... I wonder if it's the angle of the receiver. What's going wrong here? That's the third time I've fallen off this. Okay, I might have to jump a tiny bit. It might be the angle of the thing over there, because it's not facing right, because it kind of does face in that direction. And if that's true, then I don't know what I'm going to do. Oh, that's just a bee and not something serious. Let's test it. That should be enough elevation to clear whatever problem, but I need to build the setup to get up and down there too. Did I pick everything up? Or is there a few more left? Oh, there's plenty. Look. There's loads, in fact. Let's get it all from around this thing. I have a feeling it's more likely to despawn. Yeah, so you know that the upright on the base, it's not facing. It might just not be facing in the correct direction. I might have reached the limit of its angle. I hate thistles. Bastard things. If you had a bad thistle experience, say it. Good. So now, can I actually build these, but in... I need crude rope, bollocks to that. Or the limit to the amount of rope. Again, that one's significantly longer, look. There's one that goes all the way from there, all the way over there. It's a much longer distance, guys, so I don't think it's that. You trod on one recently, being a sneaky fucker and lying low. What, you stood on a thistle? In bare feet? Or stocking feet, as nobody's ever said for a million years, but counts. They're a nightmare to dig out properly. Ah, true. Hello? Well, that's convenient. Half of it landed up there. I stood on a bee once, barefoot. The frame has 2 or 3 coming off it. Maybe that limit. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I wonder. But it would... Surely it would say something other than connection blocked. Worth investigating. That was bad. I didn't mean to do that. And then one all the way up there. After. Then I guess I just put the entire roof part on, right? Love that noise, it's so satisfying. That little plopping sound when you delete a piece of architecture that you've set up. I was at a house party once and I stood in dog shit indoors in my socks. Led a very varied life. Alright. So I think that angle's kind of precise, but I only need 2 more. Hello? I'm worried now that it might be just the extreme that's the issue, because it worked down there, but that's also a much sort of... It works within the angle theory that I was just talking about. I think I just need this one lower than it looks. Can I get up there? Okay. Is this platform big enough to put this on? It maybe isn't. Come on. Oh, it is. Just. How is that connection blocked? I guess I bet it's as you say. I bet the connection's blocked because the tower can't support it. Oh, that sucks. I guess the only way to fix this is to go all the way back to the base and build a new tower, but facing in the right direction. Oh, fucking, let's just do it. I'll just do it. Settles, welcome to the stream, I do. I hope I'm right with this, because I'm committing pretty heavily to the fix. Siddles, welcome to the stream. What did you think to that, then? The finale. I bet he was on it for a long time, right? Siddles beat the main story of Sea of Thieves last night. Or one of the multiple. It took ages. It's a beefy one, right? You said yourself you was going to finish after the first checkpoint. Did you get the itch to keep going? Good shit though, right? Satisfying ending. And a hell of a fucking... Well, let's maybe not go into it too much. Wasn't as late as you thought. The hell can I hear down there? Stink bugs. Yeah, stink bugs. We'll just walk up here. I suppose this is all new area, right? Maybe I'll take a chance while I'm walking across here to see some shit I've not seen in the game before. What if I look through here and I see like a scorpion or like a black widow or
Gonna have a look around.
Any of the other possibilities we listed that might potentially come out of the woodwork and shit on me? I'm not seeing many more diversity in plant life, which I thought I might. What's that? That's just ladybug larvae. You know them. You know what I mean? I thought there'd be all sorts of different. What are you?
Got a new one.
Fire ants. Okay. Confirmed. There's Tully's chair. I guess I've just got access to the whole map now, right? I'm scared. I don't want to be here. I can now go anywhere on the map, I believe. It would have been if I'd got to the actual big speech, but at the end there was too many ads still running around. Oh, so you didn't get to see it? Shit. Actually, we had that problem recently. We had an even worse one. We had to go back. This grass is huge, by the way. Look at the size of this grass. Okay, there's one of the evil ladybugs. I think it's the best one, though. There's a donut over there. Look, hey, there's one of them. What do you call them fucking things that them folded thing? What them origami bullshit? Fortune teller things. What is that noise? Black Ox Field. Wow, look at all these plants. Okay, now we're seeing diversity in plant life. Fire ants, one of them aggressive Oh yeah, we did. Yeah, we went AFK. Got locked in, didn't we? Yeah, I think it's the best one though. Okay, there's more exposed pipe. I did see an exposed pipe, didn't I, up top? What is this stuff? Can I cut this down? No. Look how bulbous it is. What's that? Oh, it's just a dandelion. I got excited there. Alright, I like this. It feels a lot more jungle up here. This is neat. Oh yeah, we got locked out, not in. Gun. Oh, is that a skeleton? What's that a skeleton of? Oh man, I'm into this. Viagra or something. Yeah, yeah. Fire ant. Listen, we can be friends. Yeah? Not actually that aggressive. We've only done all of them once, Scotty, but the last one we broke and we had to repeat a part of it to get it to finish it. But yeah, once, like we've been saying, once everybody has them all done, we can spend some time farming. Can you come back, please, mate? Yeah? Got some fire ant parts, that helps. Oh, have you done them as well, Scott, yeah? Just waiting on Kit. Roger. Right, back to the base. Let's sort this thing out and then we can explore. I won't lie, that last one is really not too hard with multiple people. Yeah, I suppose you could... Yeah. I thought about that when I was grinding the curse. So everybody's here has finished them all, right? When I was grinding the gold curse, I did think multiple times about how some of them would be a lot easier with multiple people, and none more so than that one, right? Because you can just send people off to each corner to get the different... Look how cool it...
Tastes good.
I love this game. This thing's well cool. Is that a Porsche? A 911. Convertible. There's so many exposed pipes. It is look.
Fancy sports car would be a nice reward for going through all of this. Maybe not this one, though.
The Christy Dolly car. I like that. Most of the thumbnails in this have just been me looking at things, have you noticed? That's cool, though. I won't lie, that last... Sorry, yeah. That's only because we sucked so then, but yeah, that Briggsy... Was it you? Yeah, it might have been you that we did... Oh yeah, sorry, it was me, you, Trim and Mina, wasn't it, in 2019 that did that Briggsy fight. Lasted a fucking age. But the last boss lasted even longer. Way longer. Yeah, recent adventures TikTok too. Yeah, all the boss fights are, I think, Scotty, apart from world events, right? Holy shit. Survive. Not as good as my muscly car. Did I just hurt my... Yeah. Yeah, they'll be faster with more people. I don't mean the actual boss fight. I mean the work on the island where, like Siddle says, you could send one person off to get each piece and have it finished in the time it takes to do a single one. Yeah, we did on Briggs. He completely ran out of cannonballs. Yeah, that new adventure is good for this very reason. Alright, now I'm going to try and get this angle correct, because if this is the problem, then everything's sorted. But I do need fast access back up there, as much as I want to start exploring now. Unless I have this sorted sooner, then... Sorry, the sooner I have this sorted, the better. I've got 18, I've got everything I need. Let's go up now. I came along for the ride. Everyone else worked on while I stood around confused. You also blew yourself up with a powder keg as well, if I recall, because it made it into one of the best stuffs. Also, Sothan, you talk like you was a person who didn't know what they were doing in a group of everybody else, but none of us did at that time. Sea of Thieves, for the record. It seems strange thinking back. There was some really strange group dynamics back then. There was like times when it was like me, Siddles, Slops, and Jamie, for example, was a crew, or me, Trim, Gwynblade, and Sothan. Like, the crews were really strange. It was a weird era, that, but a good one. Pop that there. Then if it'll let me build it... Oh, how do I get the weed stems up here? Fuck, how do I get the weed stems up here? Tremapoline. Last time we did that, I think you already had your golden skin, so it hasn't been too long. What, that fight? I don't know if I don't think I can use the bounce pad to get this high. Oh, it's midstream break time. I've got one thing I can try. Because you can put weed stems and make them go down zip lines, but I can't imagine you can make them go up.
Yeah!
I could, but if I'm creating something like that, then I could just create the steps to get up in the normal way, so. But yeah, you're right. Ooh, I'll tell you what might work. Hang on. Mind right, I'm sorry for the change in directions. He's got it covered. Yeah, but you wouldn't be bouncing on a bounce pad. It's a shame you didn't see the... Oh, you did see, didn't you? I took a video of the ladybug on a bounce pad. Come on, game. I want to explore this new area. But I suppose this is... It's all intricate setup, right? I was just thinking, this might be an option. Where I've got the ultimate cheese for this. I did, and you killed him. What proof have you got that I killed him? Is this too cheesy? This might be a bit cheesy. If I have these on the pallet, pick the pallet up. Oh, it won't let me go up the ladder with the pallet. Okay, touche. Although... maybe having the pallet on the roof means it's close enough to be considered close enough. If that makes any sense. If it'd let me up. Game, hello? There. Stop! If I put that there... I'll go for the midstream break, I promise. I'll leave for 2 minutes. And get an ad, and Siddles has joined. It's amazing what can happen in 2 minutes. I'll go for the midstream break, I promise. Maybe having the pallet a little bit higher makes the pallet close enough that I can use it to build from. Because if you have resources in the area, this feels very far away. 1 minute and 30 seconds of crying. And 20 seconds of apology. Bollocks! Alright, I'll sort this problem out when I get back. Ladies and gentlemen, midstream break. Siddles, you're in charge. Keep it calm, keep it quiet, and I'll see you. I was going to say tomorrow then. I will see you tomorrow, but I'll also see you in 2 minutes after I grab the drink. Everybody behave!
About to drive home, so I'm using speech to text is in the idiot is in charge. I'm gonna say a lot of stuff and then we can see how much does affect you can handle me. Saying because the tation on Siri is absolutely awful even though I speak such a brilliant English with such a clear exit. Do you really should know what I'm saying what she doesn't. I think they might have based her on census IQ call don't know. I'm guessing that looks smaller space on Scotty.
I'll give you that, whoever I put in charge. That was a peaceful midstream break. About to drive home, so I'm using speech to text. Is the idiot is in charge? I'm going to say a lot of stuff, and then we can see how much does affect you can handle me. Saying because the station on Siri is absolutely awful, even though I speak such brilliant English with such a clear exit. Do you really should know what I'm saying? What she does, and I think they might have based her on census IQ call, I don't know, I'm guessing that. Looks smaller space on Scotty. A round of applause for Bybee. Congratulations, Bybee. Thank you for the bits. Ladies and gentlemen, what's in this can? And let's get on with this. I need to get this fucking thing set up so then we can just go mad and explore the new area. First is first, I'm going to test my theory that I can put weed stems up the zip lines. Mina says a ginger beer. Scotty says a cream soda. Siddles says I'm the best. Siddles, I'd watch out for you. You might get a reputation as somebody that speaks about themselves a lot. Imagine. Alkirion says a Diet Coke. Right, if I can send weed stems up a zip line, because you can send them down. But I can't imagine the unless there's a mind right for that too. Give me a weed stem. Right, let's just pray. I wouldn't worry about that. Spell Iron Brew, Siddles, you're Scottish, you should know the thing. Go on. Hello? So you can send them down, but you can't send them up. Fuck. If that was possible, that would have helped things, but it's not. Okay. It's spelled. I always get it always makes me nervous. I always want to say misspelt. Like mispelt, but I'm never sure of it, and that is not a word you want to misspell. I still don't know what the correct one is, in fairness. Mina says ginger beer, Alkirion says Diet Coke, Scotty says cream soda. Tropic, welcome to the stream. How's your day going so far? It is as uneventful as always. Thank you for asking. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, you tell him, Scotty, fuck spelling. You can't just come out against spelling, Santa. It's not going to fix your problems. We had Crisis Main with the missed... Oh, I remember.
That was refreshing.
Yeah, he misspelt it, didn't he, with a T. Ooh. The answer was, by the way... Get finessed. I can, and I fucking will. He says, and every word is spelt correctly. Amazing. Yeah, I miss Crisis as well. Ooh. He'll come back to us one day, and then we'll be like, why the hell did we want him back so much? Right, I need to get weed stems up here. And I'm going to try and work out how. If you know how to, if you could help me with this, then I would be very grateful. If you wouldn't, please, let us figure it out. So I can build, but do I want to build? It might benefit me to just... I just need to get the pallet up high enough so it will accept it. Cyrig, welcome to the stream. You know that bit when I said if you got an idea, please don't say it? I'll say that again. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the new followers as well. I wonder if I could just build like a platform. GoldenEye 007 comes to game. What, the N64 version? If I build a platform up there, for example, although I can't get on it, can I? I'm going to have to build one a bit lower down. I just need to get the pallet. See, that's an acceptable height for it. Okay, I'm just faffing about now. This is silly. I suppose I could just... But then I need to build on this other side, don't I? And now all this stuff's in the way and I can't...
Having a little peep.
Ah, I've made a mess now. There we go. Are you kidding me? Yeah, welcome to the new followers as well. Yeah, as the chat rules and everything said, and as I was saying just then, I ain't allowed to accept health as part of the challenge of playing this game for the first time on war mode. Does GoldenEye hold up to a 2023 playthrough? Ah, fuck that, that's going to annoy me. I suppose I just suck it up and build it. But then I need to build it on this side, don't I? I can do it on here, actually. Right, deep breaths. We're in for the long haul. I guess I need to get the angle on this new one, like, so it covers the largest part of the yard as well. For the record, you can't take... you can't carry resources up ladders. This is really finicky. Say out loud what it is I'm driving. I can't see the screen, please. Thank you for... Say out loud what I'm doing. Somebody describe in 3 words what I'm currently doing. Do we want Bybeat to know what we're doing? Faffing, sisters. Can be summarised perfectly in one. I am faffing, but it's for the good of the playthrough. Faffing now to save a lot of faffing in the future.
He's saying thank you for not being her Bybeat.
Thank you for
you
not being...
massive loser.
Oh, not being her. Here.
Bybeat, he is currently playing with his wood.
Ooh, Siddles.
Here. Fuck.
Thank you for the bits. Tags like welcome to the stream. Siddles, thank you for the bits. Lack of forethought. This whole tower was supposed to be temporary, right? But it's lasted as this long, so I think we should continue to use it. And now I'm at the point where my grass planks... Hey, I wonder... Maybe I take a few more grass planks. Up now, because I've got to the point where these are too far away. Trudy, shut up, nobody likes you. I'm going first person. To get forethought, you have to have 1 thought, 2 thought, and 3 thoughts first. I think I've just lost all of them grass planks too. Oh, they're there. I might be able to retrieve them. It's one of them streams today. Come here, you okay, you can go. That's fine. If I could do with some systems to get up here a bit easier. You like Trudy? Fuck Trudy. What, you've got a lady in HR called Trudy? That's the most HR name I've ever heard. Alright, now. Trudy is loud and annoying. True, true, true. Right, and then... Okay, I'll just take damage while jumping onto a jump pad. Let me pick this up. This is going to be my... Well, the owner of your company died. Holy sh... Oh, wow, okay, that view is fucking with me. Is this platform up here big enough for this weed stem pallet? It is. Good. Can I climb? Oh, I see, I see. This should be a perfect height for me to then build whatever I want to up here. It is, look. Perfect. Alright, we did it. We got there. If I now move this to here, please connect. That's not the right one, right? That isn't either. Wait, is that the right one? It is!
Let's see what's around here.
Connection to the upper yard accomplished. Good. Do I leave the base looking this scruffy up top, though? I'll tell you what I could do. Just leave this platform full of weed stems. It's going to be ugly. Is the base ugly as it is? Build a jacuzzi. I've been requested that in the past, and it turned out there was one in the game we were playing, so potentially. Yeah, Max's head's fallen off. Yeah, I don't know though. It's going to look like shit, but it means that I'm more useful in the future. Yeah, in Valheim, cats. My chat just did some quadruple backflips then. Don't know what that was. Did it scroll like crazy for anybody else?
It's no lemon crime, but...
Alright, let me... Yeah, it was in Valheim. There was actually a hot tub as part of the game. Okay, I've got a lot of shit, including trinkets and stuff, but I now don't need my antlion armor, do I? But I might keep it because I've still got areas up there to explore. I'm not on a resource run particularly. Just fill this up. Yeah, everybody joked about a hot tub for so long in Valheim, and then it turns out you could actually make one. Did my jerky get finished? Good, so this jerky will see me for a while we're up there. I built it on a tower, didn't I? Hey, prick. Oh, I thought that ant stole my meat then. The nose as well, we don't need the nose, do we? I remember you trying... What do you mean trying to build a kitchen? That kitchen was phenomenal. Oh god, how ugly is that? It's functional, but it's ugly. It's fine, it's fine. Everybody be quiet, it's fine. My bags are so full. I'm going to nip and use this fire ant part. I'm going to nip and research this fire ant part while I'm up there. Just then I can come back and drop it off. Then we'll go back up to the upper yard, and then I'll actually start working on today's to-do list, which currently, if that's done, zipline's done, to start exploring these new areas. There is also... Sorry, I've got a list of shit that I want to explore now we're up onto this new part. The first one is, I suppose I just walk around in the daylight and explore. There's been a stabbing in Germany, has there really?
Damn.
2 people stabbed to death in Germany. Did somebody just go crazy? Yeah, trying to build a kitchen, my ass. That kitchen, if you recall... I don't know why I keep going upstairs when I expressly built access. This is my first time playing it, Sarah. I'm playing it for the first time on war mode, and I'm not allowed to look anything up or Google anything or have any help from chat or anything. I've got to work it out myself in game. And it's brutal so far, trying to do it like that. But fun and very rewarding. Yeah, I was saying this the other day. If I ever have to go back to Valheim, which apparently I am doing this year, because they've added a whole new biome and a new boss and stuff. If I go back to Valheim, according to Razor, I'm going back into Stubble's world with Stubble's house and everything, just walking straight back in as if I hadn't been away. The problem with that is, I chopped down that tree with the kitchen in it and smashed it to pieces all over the floor and then logged out. So there's going to be a massive mess. 5 injured and 2 dead. Jesus. In Germany, of all places. Okay, so this zip line looks perfectly functional. And I can use this to get to the lower section and the upper section. Dang, your lack of forethought spans the entire game. Yeah. To be fair, it was worth it. Is then, like, that might have been my moment of 2022, chopping the tree down with that stupid gazebo kitchen in it. Speaking of people that was, speaking of the gazebo kitchen, here's one of the people that was requesting it, if I recall. Chaz, welcome to the stream. And just like that, we now have easy access to and from the upper yard. The animals I've just seen now, Cyrig, are the non-sickly roly-poly and the black ox beetle. They're the things I've got to fight next. I spent ages clearing everything I could think to do in the lower yard when I finally got up here, and this is me pretty much exploring it for the first time. I had a quick run round in yesterday's stream. I take request to that. I never take offence to that. I never requested anything. That's bullshit, and you know it. Recycle that. I can take the parts up top and then spend them again to make a new one. As for everything else down below, I think I saw everything, including, as you can tell by my main hen, that broodmother fight. Oh, that's still, I think, the highlight of the game so far. That broodmother fight, that was top and brutally difficult. Chaz, welcome to the stream. I hope you're well by the way. Right, I'm going to move all of this shit over here, and then I suppose I'm going to start exploring. Starting with the axe and the chopping block and stuff where the research station was, which I forgot to do before I set off, I just realised. How am I a sprig short? Good morning / afternoon, everyone. I'd say you can work out what time of day or night it is by whether or not Alcarion's drunk.
That was refreshing.
And I think he is, therefore it's morning.
Careful with that roly-poly. They're not as cute as they look.
It's fine. You haven't seen a highlight. Oh, I'm sure. Again, people are doing a very good job of not even hinting at anything to come. So, hopefully it can stay that way. Right, I need one grass, I think one of these. I need to kill one of these at some point. It's going to make me sad, but I have a feeling there might be some good armour in it. Again, don't confirm or deny.
Spoiler alert, a dog comes and eats you at the end of the game.
I was hoping to kill next door's rabbit as the final boss. Cool, so it was sprig that I was looking for. Why did I go for dry grass? It was sprigs that I went down there for. Is watching this just a massive blue ball? it feels like I'm about to start doing the next juicy bit, then I remember one minute job that I need to do before I continue. Been married for nearly 3 years, you good. This guy. Bernard Manning over here. In looks. I don't know whether I want imperfect block. Entomologist. I get imperfect block but gain attack speed. I don't know if that's a good thing. Whether I should have left that back at the base. Tell you what I might do. In true Stubbler fashion. Build a little chest here and put it in there so I ain't carrying it around with me, because if I'm doing some exploration. So that was cloverleaf and a ton of crude rope, right? Ton. There was clover down here, if I recall. Yeah, here. Okay. Been a while since I cut the root of a bush down. Yeah. Yeah. Sounds like a bee somewhere. I find it weird that my broodmother mask can proc when I'm like chopping shit down. I'm just harvesting, and it can proc. Can get like a stack poison damage on a blade of grass. Crude rope. Did I not? I thought it was spam crafting then. Or was it to craft many? And then I'm going to put the entomologist badge away. I like this one because there's parry heal, but less damage resistance. But I get healed when I parry. I suppose blocking is not parrying, is it? So that's technically only good with... Don't answer that, by the way. That's technically only good with this. Otherwise, I've just got less damage resistance. I kind of like how there's a balance to them things.
Matthew Parry.
Matthew Parry, there we go. Parry Enfield. Alright, let's not fall down that rabbit hole. Right, first job then. I'm going to go and properly investigate the axe and the termite mound. We can finally start seeing what's to be done up here. There's a whole new world to discover. And I've so far been messing about.
Kevin and Parry go large.
Scotty over here, you're using the same one twice. Is this where every time something's called Perry, it gets a readout? Parry Farrell.
Having a little peep.
Alright, Cyrig. Alright. Let me get to it. I'll find out myself. I guess I've got the axe on my list first, so I'm going to go investigate the termite mound. But the problem I have is that there's a lot of... Similar to the haze, the ground's all dry and cracked, but I never got a proper chance to have a peek down into it yesterday. There is this exposed pipe as well, which I assume is full of shite. I've not seen anything out of the ordinary down there. There's no, like, new enemies or anything. There's a lot of quartzite and sturdy, whatever it's called, marble. Alright, you little nerds I can deal with. Health. Lots and lots of health. Oh, you don't like that poison, do you, big man? Good. Alright, getting good at killing them things now. See, there is the upper decking which needs to be explored at a later date. I can't actually see anything in here. I assume the pipe is full of something juicy. What's this? Sprinkler. See, I can hear a lot of lava down there. They sound like infected. See, this is the bastard, look. This is the bastard. Killed 0. Weak points, look, they're gut. I can relate. Some raw science up there, which I guess I can make that my next target. I'll just cheat. We should cheat. Yeah, we can cheat, can't we? Yeah, we can cheat. Don't worry about it, Stubbler, just cheat. It's fine. I actually kind of like... I guess the one good thing about the larvas is their attack patterns are quite easy to read because they telegraph it quite heavily, don't they? They do the whole lean back thing and their pincers open up and then they stop for a second and it's really easy to read. So that's right. And up here. Get their raw sides. See, it's not been an entire waste. That looks like a great place to fight that thing. I assume fighting one of them is going to be mostly blocking. Right, everybody keep your language nice and clean. There's a child's bike here. Harvest the gum. I need a good source of gum. Or I need to start... Yeah, I need to find a source where I can get a lot. Because I can make, like, amazing healing potions out of this. Or they're upgrades to the ones I currently use. But you don't get a lot. I assume you can climb the bike in the future. Oh, that noise. I'm kind of looking forward to my first black ox beetle fight.
There's a scarab over here.
I don't know how to kill these things. It's too fucking fast. Look. They just burrow as well. I wonder if there's like something I can use to stun them, maybe. It looks like I could dig the scarab up here, but I think this is going to dig up a ladybug larva. You ready? See? Holy shit, that parry had to be perfect. That definitely wasn't. Kill it with fire. There's another one, I think. Fucking 2 of them. Shit. Kill them. Would have died, don't die, don't die. How did I not apply the poison on them? There we go, one's down. Kill these with fire, mate. I knew you hated ladybugs deep down. Respect. Heal! Got back into something dangerous as well. Didn't know they'd bury. Oh, sorry, makes sense, I suppose. But I just thought they were wiggling around. Yeah, I didn't know that. You didn't know they submerge type of thing. You just hate the kids, yeah. Advocating killing humans, I'm all about it. They popped out the green stuff. Manifold, welcome to the stream. Welcome back. They popped out what green stuff? Sorry. I don't know if there's anything that can be done on this bike. I assume so, because it feels like everything's got something related to it. There's all their inner juices escaped. Yeah, disgusting. I also poisoned them as well, so they're poisoned inner juices, which is a beautiful piece of language. There's got to be a milk molar or something in the basket.
See what's around here.
Mega milk molar in the basket. What's the chances? I don't know how the hell I'd get up there, though. That's a long way up.
It's no lemon crime, but it's better than nothing.
Pop a wheelie on the bike. Is there a chance I could maybe climb up the spokes? Maybe? Yeah, I'm on the fucking axle, look. Alright. Okay. Mega Milk Molar. Surely. pop the tyre. Be surprised if you couldn't. I would be surprised if you couldn't, actually. Wonder if I drop down to the lower section now. Sweet, sweet. How do I get up there? Maybe it's a case of... This is cool. I get a good view of the... Dr. Tully, you scruff. Cheers. Oh, I can feel this thing. What was that there for? I guess it's so you didn't like ruin your genitals if you had a mishap. Can't jump any higher, can I? How do I... There's got to be a way that you can sort of progress up the bike somehow. I need to replace this thing. This is fucked. Where is it? This one, look. Bye. Got new dandelion tuft. Protection for the gems, yeah. There's a molar down here. Well, it's a girl's bike, but it's got a horizontal crossbar. Unrealistic. I assume it's a girl's bike because it's the 90s and it's pink. That's how it worked back then, right? I know, because Gwynblade drove one. And he's going to say it was the fastest in town, but that's because he got a lot of free passes, sympathy passes from the people he was racing. Right, where to, do you think? Down there, maybe? Fastest in the whole parish. I like boasting that includes the word parish. Saying that, I don't know how I'd get into the basket if I had the option to. Because I'd have to go onto the back, maybe up to the tyre, and float down, then go across the genital protector, then up, and then I suppose that might be a bit too steep to walk up. But if I can't do it here, then where can I do it? I do have the bike as something on my list of things to explore. What's that? It's just clover.
Gonna have a look around.
And a spork. There's got to be a milk molar up there. I mean, I got one already, but I don't know if there's more than one on the bike. You'd think so. It's cool being up here, though. It's a good view. Yeah, here we go. Well, I've got a bit of a vantage point. You stay down there, we can be friends. I think Tully took his scabby off, then shrank himself to go off the grid. That's my suspicion. I think it's full size on that little table. Of course, don't confirm or deny. We'll find out. Alright. Brilliant. Well done. Do you think I should try and get... Should I keep trying with this? See if I can get any higher? I'll tell you what I'm going to do. What is it you need to make a bedroll? It's here and somewhere. Here. Bedroll is... I need 2 sprigs. Any sprigs? 1? I'm going to build a bedroll nearby, so I've got multiple places to sleep and pass the night. I'll probably build it up here near the research station. Hey, while I'm here, I'll research fire ant parts, which I managed to get a hold of. Look at this. I think this is our next big challenge, look. It appears that this area is, look at all them tunnels coming out of this wood log store. I think that's just riddled with termites. So let's just have a little lean-to here. A fire ant, exactly. Set a respawn point, so now we kind of live up here. Let me scan what I can make with fire ant goods. Cardi, welcome to the stream. Good afternoon. Ooh, hello. Fire ant leg plates and fire helm. Does that give fire resistance, maybe? Or sizzle protection, or whatever it's called in this game. Where's that? So it's on here. Fire ant leg plates, a medium armour with corrosion, a black and red set of knee guards crafted from fire ant parts. I also got a helmet. Look. It gives a fire hat helmet to pets. I still haven't worked out how to do pets. That's going to take some doing. I'll look into that. Don't tell me if you know, by the way. Okay. Yeah, look at that termite mound. That's going to be top. I'm looking forward to that. I can get up on top of it as well by the look of things. Are they? There's mosquitoes, are they? How are we, Cardi? It's going alright. I faffed about a bit at the start, but I managed to completely secure an enchant for the weapon that I'll need while I'm up here, and we've gained zipline access to the top. I wonder if I build a zipline up here. No, stop trying to build ziplines everywhere you go, you fucking moron. You'd need clay for that. I don't have any clay, thankfully. Good. It's a bit dark. I wonder if I could find a beetle or something for breakfast, I'd sleep until morning, but it's a little bit dark to go exploring. Yeah, let's not spend too much time at night, because I appreciate, as much as I like sticking to the challenge of things, I also have to spare a thought for whether or not it's visible to watch, right? Alas, you people have to factor in a little bit. I hate to pretend like I care about you all. Welcome to the new followers, incidentally. As I'm sat here slating viewers. But if you can't see what's on screen, then what's the point, right? Alright, it's a fresh morning. Let's have some
good.
breakfast. Tired, but that's the usual. Tired?
Let's see what's around here.
Ooh, the kids and the kid. This game based on a true story. It is manifold, yes. It's autobiographical. It's based on the life and times of everybody I could think of as obscure, like 60s British actors then. I nearly said Rolf Harris, but I'm not going to mention Rolf Harris. Because can you imagine mentioning Rolf Harris? That would be crazy. So I didn't, thankfully. So he didn't get mentioned. Yeah, it's the life story of Rick Moranis. Cardi's life story, there you go. Right, I want some breakfast if I can, then we can continue exploring. I don't know whether I keep trying to do the jump thing on the bike, because there's a lot to be looked into. I've got some jerky if I need it. But if I can get fresh meat, then fresh meat is way better. What's the tape say? Lullabies for the masses. Is this the entrance to the sky? Yeah. I'm going to poke my nose in here just so I know what we're up against. Everything's a learning experience while we're down here, right? That's what I'm up against. Fuck that. Is there anything on the ground down here that I might be able to eat? That exposed pipe. Where is the exposed pipe? I need to write that down. Maybe I might just nip over to it and see if I can get a waypoint on the marker. The marker on the map. I once saw Trim banging on the door of a bathhouse shouting if someone would Rick Moranis. Weird. You did well to understand what he was saying through the tears, good blood. That barely works, but I'm giving you credit for it. I did not want to fall in here. Am I stuck? This is the deep crev. You have to meet me halfway, I admit it. Can I... Alright, I can get back up, that's fine. How do I get up there then? I want to get to this pipe. I guess I get to it from above. Fuck off. Okay, I can't make that jump. I'm too shit at video games. This feels really different. It's all the same shit, and it's just like the haze but deeper. But for some reason, it feels really alien, and I don't know what they've done to make it so. Oh, Weevil, Weevil, Weevil. Don't aggro this thing.
I'm burning up.
That hurt. My Weevil's getting away. Alright, where are you? I'm going to perfect block the shit out of this thing. Come here. You cost me breakfast. Yeah, nice perfect block, Stubbler. Nice perfect block. See, are these things... No, they'll be bad against fresh, won't they? I've got that fresh trinket, which is probably what's helping me out here. Yeah, Gwynblade mentioned something yesterday. He found an article about some new AI visual effect. That means that whatever I do on camera, it's good for streaming and the news and stuff. It means whatever I do on camera, my eyes will always be looking into the camera, right? So I can look off screen, I can read my phone, I can do anything, but my eyes will always be, thanks to, it's like a, how would you say it, Gwynblade? But I was keen to ask everybody, when you're watching a stream, is it not creepy when the streamer looks into the camera too much? I always find it really awkward. Like, I do it sometimes, I do it for effect. Like, if some bullshit's happened, I'll stare directly into the camera because it's creepy. Like, to be honest, it worked all right. You could tell that it was not, but like, yeah. I like it when you stare into my soul. But if I was just to be constantly staring at it like this while playing, imagine. I'm actually looking down. I'm breaking that myself. They used it on Biden, to make it look like he'd not fallen asleep. It would be super creepy if he did it all the time. Yeah, the reason I do it on purpose is because it's creepy. It's weird, because if it's a video, it's not weird, but if it's live, it is. Yeah, I suppose. I think, like... Look at the termites. Look at them, lads. Termite soldiers. Termite workers. I never did get that aphid, did I? I need to get some breakfast. When he does that, he can see out of your mouth, Scotty. I need breakfast really badly. Like, I'm stalling because I need to eat. And I don't want to eat my jerky because it'll go... Because I need that for emergencies. And this is not yet... Oh, there you go. I'll eat mushrooms. It's not yet an emergency. I've got so many places to explore that I don't know what to explore next. Yeah, like... I was saying last night that the act of what feels more personal. That's what we're talking about, Cash Bull, yeah. We're just discussing it and how creepy it is. Like, I think it's because we've set up Twitch has developed like it has, because like, you know, I'm reading your messages. People have been here for long enough. You know that I'm reading your messages if I go like this, right? If I look down there, people have been here long enough and watched enough. You know that I am reading your shit if my eye line goes in that direction. Surely it feels more engaging and more personal when you know that I am reading what you're writing, looking this direction, than if I do this and just look at what all I can see is a tiny little glass circle. I don't think it helps. I think it might have done the opposite. This is deeply depressing, but it has much more appropriate application when it comes to campsites. Oh god, yeah. I think it's more... The eye contact is more false, weirdly. Which makes it hurt even more when you ignore my messages. Yeah, but at least you know it's because I have seen them and simply don't like themselves. A bit of a thrill when I make eye contact with you. Like, it's... Jokes aside, though, I think it's... Yeah, I don't know if... I mean, it's only a daft technology, and it is really cool, and it actually is slightly creepy, but it works pretty well. Yeah, it made me think about how we've developed this sort of understanding on Twitch, or you get used to where the streamer is looking at the chat, and then... Yeah, I don't know. Strange. Right, I've been up here, right? We've fully explored this. There's a mushroom patch between the bike and the log, the research station. I could maybe sneak up to the termite mound a little bit, but kill a termite worker, or maybe get a termite face or something. But I don't want to aggro loads of them, because then I'm just big dead. But I need to explore. There's a chip in here that I need in the future, so I might just poke my nose around. Yeah, the campsite thing. Ugh. It means that the model on screen...
Bigger termite comes bigger chompers.
You are a big fucking termite. The fuck? What did he do there? I don't want to fight two of them. Bollocks to that. I'll fight one, but I'm not fighting two. Can I disconnect one of you? Can I lose one of your interest? Just you, please? What is that attack? I think it's just throwing shit at me. What's your attack pattern? That's the thing I need to learn the most. That one I can read. Little twat. Get back. Is it me, or are they quite adorable when they're in pain? Oh, she just shut the door. Scared the fuck out of me. I'm so nervous and tuned into what this termite is doing. They've got some attack speed block. I think it's when I'm in that cloud. It's a little sadistic of you. But like, it's oddly cute in comparison to all the other enemies. Shit, I'm out of stamina. Get out with that dust. That's what it is, this dust cloud effect, isn't it? What are you weak to? The termite, not you.
Have a look around.
Hello? Stabbing. Wait, it's weak to salty. Hang on, let me take a fucking... If it's weak to salty, this mace is good against salty. Yep. That's confirmed. Hey, come here, you, I need you for breakfast. Oh, never mind. Right, so this takes me back up top. Okay, I need to be using the Club of the Mother Demon on these little shitheads. Where does this take me? If I go up here, his head, I think I knocked it off. This club's good for that. I just need to sort of familiarise myself with every part of this area. I can't make that with a tuft, can I? Surely. What is that? That's a lab exit as dicks, isn't it? So I guess the entrance is inside the woodpile, and that'll be a locked door. Alright, I'm going to try and get over there, and if I can't do it with a tuft, then I'll go and investigate that thing. If I fail, I'll go investigate that thing. I don't think this is... I think this is too high. This is not high enough. Fuck. That's been designed that way, right? Sword lunge it. What was it? I think it was when I played the Below Zero Subnautica. I was so fucking because I was standing on the land looking out to water so much. I was desperately tempted to sword lunge all the time because we've been playing so much Sea of Thieves. Yeah, this is the exit, right? There is a lab in here, and this is the back exit, I think. Interesting. I'm assuming I can't get this marble. Can I? I need a tier 3, don't I? Bollocks. Alright. I do find it strange how the coolest thing in Sea of Thieves is the sword lunge, and it was not intentional. Come here, you wanted to fight one of the little ones. Ow. They really don't like salty, do they? Not the parrot on. No, it's not intentional, I mean. Not as travel, anyway. The sword lunge, it was in the game for stabbing people, like a really powerful stab, but that tiny little bit of momentum was just to push you across the floor, but people learned how to jump and how to traverse with it, and it became, like, core component of the movement in the game. Come down here, you. And like Scotty says, they left it in because you would, right? Because it's cool. Are you stuck, mate? I'm not fighting you if you're stuck. I refuse, it wouldn't be fair. Are you stuck? Can we get you unstuck? Let's work on it. Can you come this way? Good. I'll fight you. Fuck, I missed the stunning one. Don't do that. Nice. No. No, 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 no. Let me go down here. Did I poison it? No, not yet. Badly timed. Dodge. Termite chompers I'm getting a lot of. I suppose I'm going to need them in the future. What can you be made from termite chompers? Can I look on here, or would it be on this? Yeah, I suppose this is the way. Termite chompers I could make. A stuffed... Oh, the termite axe. Why am I not making that? I need to make that immediately. Tier 3 axe. Termite axe. They sound like a dog squeaky toy when you bonk them. They do, yeah. Yeah, they've got quite a unique sound in that it's sort of oddly pleasant. It's like childlike as opposed to vicious or evil in any way. Do I dare an entrance into this place? Am I going to get my shit pushed in? Fortune favours the boulder. Ow. Oh god, oh, I've aggroed two. They're only little ones though. Okay, this axe is doing the damage though. This weapon. Holy sh... What are you firing? Fucking termite juice. There is termite armor, yeah. I think so, but then why wouldn't the termite chompers? I think, like, the faces are mostly used for... What? Oh, whoa. Oh, we'll just get right up to... Okay, I'm gonna die. Stun it. I needed the stun there, but I didn't get it. Run. Bandage the next bit. I need that stun. There it is. And then die. Good. Sorry, Sky, where was I? Let me have a look if there's termite armor. Yeah, there is. Dust guard, but it's only a light armor. I wonder if I wear it. Hey, I wonder if inside here there's like dust. It's just really dusty, and I'm not going to survive unless I make this armor to get in there. That'd be interesting if so. Guess it'll give the same buff as Black Ant armor then, where you could walk freely around. Oh yeah, maybe. It doesn't seem so. It gives me something called... Look, if I walk in here now, am I going to start choking to death? No. God, it's dark as fuck.
Nice and safe.
I feel like I'm running before I can walk a little bit here. My respawn's just outside, but... See, there's stuff that I can't mine. Oh god, here we go. Okay, so I've gone up a little level.
I'm feeling more sciencey already.
Bit of free science. I'm wearing Ladybug armor, which is the heavy, with the mask of the Broodmother. So there's another entrance there. I'll get up that side too. This is cool. Wait, what was that? Splinters. Fucking mosquito is the last thing I wanted to find up here. Wow, this weapon did a lot of damage against it then, though. If I can stun this... Stunned it. Get shit on. Is there nothing this chopper can't do? I keep saying like it's an actual chopping weapon. It's not, but you know what I mean. This game's awesome. I know I must bore everybody to death when I keep saying it, but fuck, I'm enjoying this. You can mind right, yeah, but you need a tier 3 axe, and currently I don't have one. But the termite axe, which I just looked at, is going to be my tier 3 axe. Then I can harvest the splinters, and I'll see what I can make with those. I should make that tier 3 axe immediately. There's a few things that I've needed a tier 3 axe for on the way. I kind of just want to explore. Is this going to get me up to... It is. This gets me up to the... Why did that mosquito look different?
Let's see what's around here.
That's normal. I was asking what can this chopper not do? Yeah, you're right. I can do the quest next, by the way. So at least I know that this is how I get up to the decking, but there's so much down here that I want to explore first. What day is it? Is it Thursday? No, it's Wednesday, right? Ooh, got a busy stream tomorrow as well. Got 30 minutes left of today. What's down here? This is just like the base of the... There's got to be a milk molar down here somewhere, right? Let's have a look. Come on, give me a milk molar. If you're going to hide one anywhere, you'd hide it down here. Or not. Never fucking mind. Getting thirsty too. I guess I'll call it Upper Yard West.
It's no lemon crime, but it's better than nothing.
Get rid of some shite out of my bags, bear with me. Keep all of this, definitely keep the gum. Eat that mushroom.
I'm not picky.
Must have accidentally picked it up. Got some crude rope, but that's fine. Let's just explore, why not? I don't want to do the quest bit just yet, though, because that might backfire quickly. Although dying up here would be really bad. Whoa. There's Tully Scabby. That's what we were here to find. That's the next part of the main story. Tomorrow. My Scabby seems to think that there's a research station around here somewhere. What are you? Fire ant or normal ant? Are we friends? Just a black ant. You're not. What are you? What's your problem? We're friends. I have killed a lot of your people, actually. Never mind. Maybe we are friends. Don't run away. Are you
what's your business?
I'm here. Looking for... We can both stay alive and survive this. I'm not here to steal anything of yours. I'm not here to kill any of your brethren. But if you're going to attack first, then I'm sorry. I'm taking the black ant parts because I need them to repair my fucking shield. I actually needed a good place for black ant parts because it was getting annoying going to the trash or to the... Did I not prop the poison? No. It was getting annoying going to the sandbox every time for black ant cubs to repair the shield. I suppose if I can come up here, or if I'm going to be getting a bunch while I am up here, it's only a good thing. These dudes are right. Yeah, they are. This guy too. I was only just saying it, and another one attacked. Ow, bad block. This sticks top. I can't imagine what it does on slightly bigger problem. Dr. Vimes, welcome to the stream. I think everything up there... Ooh, Roger. Seems very angry. Come on, like a child. Disgusting. Attack. Yeah, everything seems violent up here. I don't know why. Alright, let's not go up there. That looks dangerous. Where is it? It's telling me that there's a research station somewhere. But I don't know where. Of course, don't tell me. Oh, what are them things called? Fuck, what's that game called? Jacks? Jacks? I think.
Go up there.
I am up
Gone
there.
dead.
Can't play it though. Olga, welcome to the stream. It's nice to see you. We play it before it reset. Yeah, this is top. But yeah, I'm not allowed any. I'm supposed to be playing it without any information. But yeah, I appreciate it. Good to see you as well. Don't lie, you hate seeing me. I do not like seeing you. Yeah. Dr. Vimes, I'm all about it, but you particularly are good now. No, thank you very much. Alright, I don't want to explore too much up here because this is obviously the next part of the story and I want to fully explore all of this, like the glove and the pipe and the whatever this is, big compost bag, and there's the sword to do, there's all sorts of shit. The termite mound and possibly above it. I don't know what the mosquitoes are doing up there. Right. You hate to see me before 10 PM. I'm in the mood for GeoGuessr. I've been watching some on YouTube. That Geo Wizard guy doing it 10 seconds, no moving, no panning, and no zooming, and still beating our fucking scores. Maybe not tonight, unless you want to do some super late GeoGuessr. Close my eyes for a moment, and an hour escaped me. Sothan, you've missed so much. Help me make something up that Sothan's missed. Technically, you have missed quite a lot, as you can see. Wait, I thought this is where I just came from. Or was I up there before? Did I not? Was I... I thought I came through here. Oh, I was up top, wasn't I? I was up upper level. I see. Good for GeoGuessr. Been gone since about the midstream break, so I thought, well played. I can't get back to where I was, which is frustrating. Maybe we do a cheatsy doodle and play a few rounds in multiple countries and try and get distinguishing features. Ugh, I mean, it's research, right? But I don't know. I want to beat that score. I like the idea of us beating that score and then in the future moving on to, I don't know, play a diverse world or one of them other different types of thing. But the idea of getting like 23, 24,000 or even beating our essentially 22,000 score on just a world, I feel like that's an impressive thing to go for. I really enjoyed this game, but I should replay it. Well, it's fully complete now, right? So there might be some stuff you've never seen. I'm playing it blind on the hardest difficulty for the first time. And this is the 40th stream, and so that's what, 120 hours in or something, and I'm only at this point because I'm not Googling anything, so it's taken a long time to try and figure everything out, but I don't want this game to end at this moment. It'd be a bitch move, it might be. I don't know actually if we play GeoGuessr tonight. But if not, we'll be playing it in 2 days, right? Unless there's multiple people up for a bit of late night GeoGuessr. You say only at this point, but how much... You say only at this point, but how do you know if you're behind or ahead of the curve? I don't. I've only got up to what looks to be the second half of the map, let me show you. So there is this section here, everywhere from this wall down to here, and then east to west. This has taken me about 120 hours, and then I've got all of this and all of this, which looks to be maybe 2/3 of the game space, a third of the game space, maybe slightly more. But this whole area is like the tutorial zone, so it feels like I've got a shitload left to go. Right, I might start heading back now because I want to build this termite axe before we finish. Do I have enough parts to make the termite axe? Then tomorrow we'll set about investigating the... Well, I don't know. I guess I need to add log store, and then on top of the log store is, we'll call it the tarp area, maybe? Fucking hell, my mind's racing with this game now. I'm impressed. Cool. It's cool. I'll try and get home on the current amount of food.
Tastes good.
Yeah, I bet I have. Yeah, of course. Nobody let me know what. Don't tell me what's to come or anything like that. That's for me to find out. But yeah, I feel like there's a long way to go yet, and I couldn't be happier about that because this is cool. It's like, to me, it feels like the perfect execution on the survival game with a story genre. If that can be considered a hello.
Can I have a look around?
No, don't get distracted.
Feels like I'm being cooked. Take this.
The way Subnautica nailed it for me is that it didn't do combat. Fuck, I'm not fighting two of these things. Fuck, run!
Howlongtobeat.com cites this game
No.
is completable in 3 hours. Haha, noobs get good.
I nearly fucking answered that. I nearly listened to that then. Okay, don't fall that. Right, I'm panicking because these little shitbags are following me. It's one of my favourite. Yeah, me too. And it was that game that made me interested in the idea of these survival games, but that are story based. And I actually think this one manages to put. I think that's right. I had a point half finished, didn't I? Subnautica, I think, pulled it off because there was no combat, right? So your progression was more about just finding and exploring. But I think this game does a really good job of gating difficulty and gating progress behind combat situations and gear situations, which turns it into, I said it about Subnautica, and I say it all the time, but I think it fits this more. It's the Metroidvania aspect, because you've got games like, what survival games are there that don't have a story? 7 Days to Die is a good example. Minecraft, Ark, Rust, all of them. They're good, but you can't sit down and have a single-player playthrough on a stream like this, for example. And I think the solution to that was to drop, of all things, the Metroidvania game skeleton on top of it, so that there is a single open map and you're gated behind progression points, whether it's gear or whether it's whatever. Subnautica was like it, right? You had to slowly sort of explore fully one area to build something to then drop down.
Disclaimer, this is a joke, not a fact. Please go into it knowing this is sarcasm. This disclaimer was powered by hatehumor.gov.uk, but without further ado. Howlongtobeat.com cites this game as completable in 3 hours. Haha, noobs get good.
I just had to check, Og. Yeah, but the way that Subnautica did it is it was gated behind tech, right? You needed better tech to progress. But I think it was a lot easier for that because it was an exploration game. It was an avoidance game. So the way this does it with combat, I think, works brilliantly. Like, you need items from the bosses to move forward. And to get those, you need to be proficient in combat or have the right weapon or armor that requires you to fully explore the areas you do have to then. But it's brilliant, and as a result, that framework means that there's a progression system that you can work through within one open map, and as a result, you can tell a story along that journey. It's brilliant. I'm obsessed with this. Like, I get really excited about the concept of it. I think it's super cool. Valheim's good as well. It's not story specifically, but it is. Your progression's gated by gear in just the same fashion, right? Why do I keep expecting this tower to be taller than it is? 2 weeks this wacky Brit spent swimming past gel sacks, not knowing what they look like or what he was looking for. My tongue still has scars. Yeah, everybody that watched me play Subnautica. Can I... No, fuck it.
This is awesome!
Everybody that watched me play Subnautica, especially the people that knew it, just watched me bumble around looking for specific items for ages and didn't tell me. Just reminded me of that time people tried to make The Onion put a disclaimer on their videos. Did people actually ask The Onion to do that at one point? Christ, talk about missing the point. Right, I'm going to make the termite axe when I get back, and if I've got any spare time, I'm going to nip across to the other side of the pond and potentially... This stuff, look, you see it? That little twig that's sticking out closest to the rocks has got a few puffball bullshits on it or whatever. I'm going to cut that down because apparently I need a tier 3 axe for that. And I've never noticed it until recently. I wonder if it only just started growing in game. So many zip lines. Zip lines are the way. Especially now you can go up them. Which was added very recent patch. What was it I suggested in Valheim that ended up saving you hours? I can't remember. The only thing I remember about you specifically is naming the mountain after you. Did you suggest something that, yeah, you maybe did? They are quite cats, yeah. You need to build them out of clay, which is a very early game, in fairness, but you have to get a lot of spider silk. Like, a spider on average drops maybe 2 silk, so you have to kill at least 35 spiders to make... No, 25 spiders just to make this one, let alone all the others. I never played Grounded. It seems like you're a tiny person. Is that your house? Maybe you got shrunk down. I did, Manifold, yeah. So, the story's been unfolded. This house belongs to somebody called Professor Tully, who's a scientist at a nearby research facility. I think they're a research facility called Ominen. And he brought some of his work stuff home and slowly went crazy by shrinking himself with the technology from work. And he built all of these labs to study the yard and study the natural world. And as a result, you end up getting... the theory is that the teenager that I am, called Max, has been kidnapped. Why have I not got a head? I regularly... My head falls off whenever I look at the bed. Because I got teleported here as a shrunken down teenager. And there's a theory that there's a news report at the start that says I've been kidnapped, so it's kind of dark. I'm going to be one of those nerds, but Valheim gear is gate kept by progression, but people have killed all those bosses in backwards order for funds. It's true, Chaz, yeah. But you have to build the game for the common denominator, right? Not for the sweaty sweats at the very top end. I know it wasn't directly the Onion. I think the government tried a lawsuit against someone else doing sarcasm, and the Onion defended them with sarcasm or something like that. A disclaimer on the Onion, though. That would be crazy if somebody actually suggested that. Right, I need to eat something before I starve to death, and we'll make this termite axe. See if I can spend the last 8 minutes wisely. All right, Weevil. Something, I don't know what it was now. Day in the life of Siddles. Never seen the purple cat. Yeah, there's so much apparently that got added at the last second. Right, termite axe. Now let me... Trudy, shut up. Termite axe. Did I not pick the meat up because I've got full bags? Amazing work, Stubbler. Well played. Good, that's cleared my bags a little bit. To replacing one slow horizontal zipline with 2 fast ones from the start of the tower isn't feasible. It would be feasible, but it would just take a lot of resources. Where did the meat go? I just killed that weevil and the meat's gone missing. Did I not even pick it up? What? Did it fall in the pond? I ain't got time for this. It did. Trudy, stay down there. Sothan's asked me to get killed by you in the future. But that day is not today.
It's no lemon crime.
Right, drink.
It's better than nothing.
Cook this because I'm dying, and then I can go for the termite axe. Termite axe. Whoa, an axe made of the super sharp mandibles of a termite, powerful enough to cut through almost all natural materials. Yeah. Can I upgrade the fucking thing too? Grade 3 now already. So I'll put that on there. Put my old axe away for now. Got room in the animal parts box for that now. Good, and I'll eat this. Right, what minutes have I got? I've got 9 minutes. No, 6 minutes remaining. Let's have a look at my new axe. Whoa. Some American was making fun of the local police with sarcasm on Facebook. Had a page saying state something something police. But it was clearly sarcasm, and the police station filed a lawsuit against him for defamation or impersonation, and the Onion sent a sarcastic brief to the court showing how ridiculous the lawsuit was. Weaponised sarcasm. Right, can I actually make it over here in time? I might have to do it with the zip line. I want to get one of these things just to say I have at the end. Sothan's got the right idea. Oh, nice of you to say, Santa. Most people think I'm full of myself for some reason. I wonder how. Sothan's got the right idea. That or the Spider Boy. The Spider Boy is not called Wolf, it's called Wayne now, after yesterday. The infected wolf spider, which seems to be the most dangerous thing I've tried to fight in the game so far, is now called Wayne. Reminds me of a post on a Facebook post to a police department asking if people can stop past some white line on a road. The police department responded with no, that's illegal, and the individual posted a cop car that did it. They took down the post. Do as I say, not as I do, right? Right, 4 minutes. If I can get to a position where there's one of these fancy bush things, I'm going to have it cut down just to say I've done it. There's one, look. Oh, but that's in Wayne's territory. Do you dare me? Oh, God. Okay, fuck, that clover was there. If I get killed by Wayne at the end...
I double dare you.
Look at this axe though, this thing's top. Right, these things, right, where's Wayne? That's not Wayne. Right, what are you? Burweed. Barweed, right. Weed stems, and what's that? No, don't go down there, that's where Wayne goes. No! Come back! Spiky Bear, of course. No, come back. Well, what time is it? 3 minutes. Imagine defeating Mexner and being scared of Wayne. Fuck that Mexner fight. I need a guild. I need to actually get back to playing WoW. I'm in this like frozen state because I've got to start another best of tomorrow. Went to school with Spiky Bear. It makes no difference. Run! There you go, look, cats. To kill one of these, it gets you 2 web fibre. And you need 60 or so for a good long. That's Wayne. That is Wayne.
Having a little peek.
The Onion's amicus brief on a parody is a work of art. I want to go scan this in with Weigel with the final 2 minutes, but I think Wayne's on the prowl. Is that him? Yeah, there he is, moving through the grass. Right, run. Burgle, I'm coming. Look at Wayne ruining. I figured our character might be able to, might abide the squirrel rule of falling. Squirrels don't die from falling too high unless it's high enough for them to run out of oxygen. Yeah, same with cats, right? If you drop a cat from 1 story, it'll be uncomfortable. If you drop a cat from 2 stories, it might break a bone. But if you drop a cat from 3 stories and upwards, it'll be fine. Including from fucking an aeroplane. Where is... What am I doing? Oh, I need to go to the research terminal. Come here. Hello, Burgle. Nice to see you. Goodbye. I've got 60 seconds left. How can the Onion still exist? How do you even begin to parody the modern world? Yeah. I can hear Wayne outside. Right, Spiky Bear, what can we learn from this? Oh, it's new building material. Burr floor, explosive burr trap, and burr partition. Cool, more building materials for if we ever upgrade the base again, which I'm never going to do. If you drop cats from a very high height, you'll get arrested for GBH. Unless he curls up and lands on his sweet midsection. Sounds like the truth, the complete truth, and nothing but the truth. It is the truth. It's the terminal velocity thing, right? And air resistance. Cats can perfectly survive the fall at their terminal velocity. Admittedly, in the modern world, there's a fine line between parody and prophecy. Well put. Right, that is going to do it. It's 55 on the clock, which is when I run out of time for streaming. I will see you tomorrow for the next one, where I think we probably just keep exploring the new area. I think we might even do the story quest tomorrow. I'm going for the scar, I'm going for the pipe, and I'm going for the termite, not the mound, not interior of the mound, but on top, where the mosquitoes are. We'll go have a sniff around up there. And then if we've got some time after all that, we'll do the story. Lovely. Thank you all for joining today. Welcome to all the new followers. I see you all coming in. I don't have alerts on for followers just for the sake of calling out lurkers, but I see you all creeping in and it's good to see you. But that, until tomorrow, is where I have to say goodbye. Roger that. Okay, that was successful. It started with salt and it ended with a brand new axe and a brand new floor. Hey! Do I upgrade the floor upstairs in the upstairs of the base? Because I kind of settled for grass, didn't I? And I didn't want it, really. Maybe. But for now, that is it. Thank you all. I love you all. I will see you tomorrow, as I do every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday for 3 hours of Grounded, until I've managed to complete this challenge and the credits roll. I love you all. I will see you all tomorrow. But for now, goodbye. Easy. Right, knob it to the Doomhaus Discord. We've got a problem. And that problem is Kitten, yesterday, managed to perfectly pick fucking Portal Purgatory again, meaning the Greens got 2 points after Chaz won again. Third time in, I think, 10 days, Chaz? Something crazy? And Lundios also crept in with the new Portal Purgatory rules. Therefore, the hard work the Oranges did to get back into the lead. Was it like 5 marbles wins in a row and golf? All that hard effort was completely overtaken by the Greens and their Portal Purgatory bullshit. Hard work. One team winning 6 marbles in a row and showing up en masse for golf. Cardi, the golf bit alone is difficult. Right. That means Oranges, we need a win today. Chaz is your current mug spot winner with 3 points on the year, and we're only just over the halfway mark in fucking January. Crazy work. Cardi's saying that playing golf for fucking 3 hours isn't hard work, everybody. Cardi, think about what you're saying, man. If you would like to join in for today's marbles, because as you all know, the Doomhaus Discord is split evenly down the middle between the Greens and the Oranges. The Greens and the Oranges compete at the end of every stream to determine who is the person of the century of the day. If you would like to be the person of the century of the day and you would like to win the point for your team, then you must simply type the password, and if and only if you are in the Doomhaus Discord, I will give you a marble, and if your marble wins, you are golden, get the point, get closer to winning the mug for yourself, and also are the hero of your team. Oranges, let's do this. The password for today is child's bike. Go. Sounds like Cardi is showing up on Friday to show us how it's done. Whoa, no Greens in golf. Shake, welcome to the stream. Sit in for the Oranges to start. Mina is in for the Oranges. Shake, good afternoon, in for the Oranges. Siddles in for the Oranges. Tag Slack in for the Oranges. This is how we do it. Scotty for the Greens. Gwynblade for the Greens. Cats for the Greens. Jamie for the Greens. Mindright for the Oranges. Lundios, good afternoon, for the Greens. Got so much better things to do with my time. The rest of us don't. Cheeky for the Oranges. Cardi for the Greens. Auger for the Greens. Chaz for the Greens. Bybee for the Oranges. Alkirion for the Oranges. And Santa for the Greens. Is that everybody? 18 marbles enter the race. We have Satan, Mina, Shake, Siddles, Tagslack, Scotty, Gwynblade, Cats, Jamie, Mindrite, Lundios, Cheeky, Cardi, Auger, Chaz, Bybee, Alcarion, and Santa. 9 oranges and 9 greens. This is good. First person to pick a number between 1 and 10 picks the level. Go. Please not Portal Purgatory. Got so much better things to do with my time. It gets sore after so long though. Satan, you're up. Please don't pick Portal Purgatory. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Marbles Diner, that's good news. 18 marbles enter the race. Person of the century of the day to the winner and a point for your team. Oranges, let's tie it up. Greens, fuck off. Let's begin. Good, we don't have to have any Lundios rule stuff on this. Marbles Diner is the name of the level. Easy Green is the record holder. 3, 2, 1. Raise your hand if you're winning. There's Mindrite out early for the orange. Look at this orange domination from the word go. You love to see it. There's Mina on the outside track. Bybeat's here as well. Cheeky for the oranges. Mindrite for the oranges. Jamie for the greens. Current most advanced. It does, Cardi. Yeah, you're right. Marbles Diner. Food. Marbles. Remember Marble Cake? Did it go extinct? I think it might have done. Holy shit! Fuck me, Shake came out of nowhere then with the rapid speed boost that is quite rare to get on this level. Here comes Cats for the greens. Mindrite still in the lead for the oranges. Does it stay like this? Cat's still in third place. For the greens. The most advanced green as we speak. 9 oranges and 9 greens. I'll take this. This is to tie the scores up. Shake's gone slightly wider than Mina and Cats. Mindrite's gone kind of wide too.
I remember Marble Cake. Really stuck to your brass hand.
Brass hand. Auger in second place. Auger might take first for... Mindrite. I'm a big fan of forwards. Yeah? Forwards. Where's Auger go? Anybody? Not Jamie. Not Jamie for the greens. Bybeat, get him. Jamie for the greens takes first place. Bybeat second place. Okay, Jamie's got a bit of a wider angle here. Bybeat might get more direct. She does. Bybeat, well played. Jamie's fucking about. Okay, Bybeat for the oranges first place. I think this is for Bybeat to tie Chaz at the top of the league. Auger's arriving though. Jamie's arriving. Cats is arriving. Here comes Mina for backup. So while Cats have low terminal velocity, which means they can survive higher falls, there are limits. Normally when surviving it's indeed possible. Mostly in young Cats, injuries will be sustained in a lot of cases for high falls, even when terminal velocity is reached. The highest record of Cats falling and surviving is 30 to 40 stories, and Cats can definitely not survive falling from an airplane. Roger that. I think it was a discussion on terminal velocity, and Cats was just the example, but I suppose anything smaller would pretty much be at that point, right? Jamie has arrived again. Bybeat, we need a really good run through this spinner. Is she out? Yes, okay, Bybeat's done it. Can Jamie get round to Challenger? She has gone backwards on the next obstacle, though. If anybody goes on the right side, they might get the overtake. Jamie overtakes Bybeat. Jamie, don't do this. Yes, Bybeat, don't fall to the same bullshit. She does. No! How... It seems to be the story that the oranges can lead something for 95% of the journey. You're in for Eurovision. Oh.
Ooh, why are you and the oranges dominate from the start too, or you?
Don't forget all the middle and towards the end as well, Santa. Fuck. Sit down, kids. Uncle Auger's telling us the story. If people could survive falling from an aeroplane, then so can cats. True. The internet ruining bullshit since 1997. Jamie is your person of the century of the day for the Greens. Jamie, this has got to be the earliest you've ever had a point, right? Unlike last year, he's already partying in Discord. Alright, Jamie is confirmed for Eurovision, I think it's safe to say. Jamie, well played. That is your first point of 2023, and you are now, thanks to the Greens, The hero. Santa, thank you for the bits. Greens, you are now 17 points to 15, 2 points in the lead, and look to be repeating what happened last year. Tagslat, can you come over the finish line? Because I need to go and regret my life choices in private. Alright, let me just nip to Discord. Let me put the crown on Jamie's head. Wear it with pride. None of that chest-beating bullshit that the Greens are known for. He's already chest-beating. Look at him. Scum of the earth. Jamie, well played. Congratulations. By beating second, close second, it was actually quite balanced. But thankfully, more importantly, it's finished. Press that button, that button. Right, I'm getting out of here. You are all very generous for spending your time in this shithole. I appreciate it. As always, your person of the century of the day is Jamie, which leaves the team scores 17 to 15. Oranges, that was the first time this year that we've not been completely populated with greens in marbles. Outnumbered is the word I was looking for, and we squandered it. Well played. Right, if you'd like to compete in any of this marbles rubbish and win yourself a point, which will guarantee you into the Eurovision Song Contest, which is coming up. When is it? Late April, maybe early May? Then you can join at the end of every stream, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday and Friday, to get yourself the person with the century of the day point. Thank you all for being here. That was a good stream. I like that one. No one keeps track of the score on a day-to-day basis now. I don't think so, Cats. No, what? Who wins each day and at what time? No, I don't think we have that day. I mean, you could pull it from Discord if you was to go back every day. Search by the crown emote, maybe it'd be a good way to do it. May the 13th is Eurovision, so you need to get yourself a point before that. The State of Decay playthrough this year doesn't require points because we're not doing the Doomhaus bullshit thing. I was actually going to make the last one the final State of Decay playthrough because we retired Mina, but the State of Decay playthrough this year is going to be me putting it on lethal and trying to play it properly. That will probably be short because you've seen how bad I am at that game. Right, thank you all for the bits. Thank you for the subs. Thank you for the hosts. Thank you for the raids. Welcome to all the new followers that have flooded in through this playthrough. It's nice to meet everybody. I'll see you tomorrow for the next stream, I suppose. Every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday. Right, if you're staying on the platform, there is no fuck alive that bears the Doomhaus stink. So just go and enjoy whatever you do on this godforsaken platform when nobody's watching. That's your business. I love you all. But for now, thank you for the bits, thank you for the subs, thank you for all the support. Can somebody give me a final word while I say Cats, Augur, Scotty, Alkarion, Jamie, Santa, Chaz, Mindright, Mina, Gwynblade, Shake, Satan, and everybody else. This is your final word and it comes from Gwynblade. Bulbous.